again. Hello. I think we're live again. I think we're live again.
We're live again.
I've got Abby over there. She's got her own microphone. You can't see her because she's too far away. But
I'm staying here.
But she's because Abby is now installed. By the way, the way that we do these streams now is that I'm here as usual on my main PC desk, which I'm sure you know what that looks like because it's the same one from all those videos that I've made. And Abby though is off to one side of that where she's got her little desk that she uses for drawing and building Gundams. Which one of those are you doing tonight, Abby?
I'm gonna be making some Gundams.
Are you? But I was asking Abby. I don't know who that is who just replied to me.
I don't know.
It's someone else again. Oh, it's the cat from next door.
Hello.
Hello. Where have you been?
I've been to Stockton.
Have you? Oh. Just on the edge of too cold.
Yeah, pass it here.
I finished it. That was it.
You finished it?
Yep.
What the heck?
Abby did all the coughing and spluttering that I wanted to do, but I had a mouthful of tea.
Well, I'm eating up my tea.
Oh. What?
I'm eating up my chocolate.
Oh no, already?
That's okay. I knew what I was getting into when I ate it all.
Right, well, oh, this is a surprisingly relaxed start to a stream. While you're there, Abby, you can pour me a little bit of cherry wine.
Cherry wine.
Wine.
A wine bar.
Haven't even unwound my controller yet. Because yes, I'm still on the old wired Xbox 360 Windows controller that I purchased, well, it must be 10 years ago. No, not far off though. When did Sonic Generations come out? Because I bought this for that, because you just couldn't play it on keyboard. Thanks, Abby. Hi to Max. How are you doing, Max? Okay, so tonight, what we've got going here is a little bit of FF6. But first of all, let me tweet that I'm doing it. In the idle hope that people who are interested might find themselves bumping into my tweet at just the right moment. Oh, flipping heck. I've got to use a flipping... Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've got to use a flipping login code text message because I'm using a different browser than normal. But I'm going to consist in using that browser because then I won't have to load all the tabs from my actual browser. There we go! I'm logged in and I'm just going to say... sitting about with nothing to do. How did I guess? Why not join me and pals as we play Final Fantasy VI Blind? Yay. I might delete that yay. Seems a little bit... I don't know, Steven Universe. No, I'm going to leave it. Let's just leave it there. There we go. There we go. Oh, that was a squeaky bit of computer there, Abby. Well done. Okay, I was just reading a private message there. Did you like that bit of stream?
Yeah. It was really good.
Very good. Right then, and now it's time to do some game. Here it comes, the game. So, what we got in the chat so far? We got Mickey Husky, we got Max, we got Siege Feathers. Hello to everybody. Sonic Generations came out in 2011. There we go. So it's nearly 10 years since I bought this controller. So maybe it's time I got an Xbox One controller. I hear they're good. Or maybe it's time I played some Final Fantasy. Let's do it. Here we go. So we're flying around in the sky. Oh, I just realised, really, I ought to have arranged, but now Siege is luckily here and has some sort of guide at her fingertips. But I should have arranged, like, properly arranged for her to be here because I haven't got the first idea what I'm supposed to be doing. And we've discovered that the last several things... Well, but we've discovered the last several things that I was supposed to do were, like, completely, like, genuinely, not just me being an idiot, there'd be no way to figure out how I was supposed to do them. So, like, one, I had to fly around the whole map until I found 5 trees in a certain formation. None of the trees like had the graphic on them that showed that they were somewhere you could go. And then I had to land and go in one of the trees, and then that was where I needed to go to get, you know. So I don't think it's vitally important, but some hidden thing. Yeah, what shall I do next? Has anybody got any ideas? Especially you, Siege, if you're sitting there with the actual guide, although I recognise I've sort of sprung it upon you a little bit and should have warned you ahead of time. Sorry about that. We've got this nice music, though, at least, haven't we? Most of the events can go in order now. However, in any order now. However, next spot I reckon is there upon the west, a bit to the south. Okay. So, there's the west. I'm heading towards it now. This is the west. And a bit to the south. So what, like, I know, one of these bits on this big ball attached to a little ball. Where should I go on the big and little ball? Nope, that's good. That's good. Readiness has been achieved. And also has been achieved is me having this glass of cherry wine. Oh, it's so nice. We found out, didn't we, the other day, that you can just get them online for a tenner. I wonder if deliveries are still going. That's the thing. There's so many things that I'm like, oh, I need this resource. Here's a thing I need. And it's like, can I get it or not? Would it be rude of me to try and get it? Like, it's kind of rude, right? To buy a bottle of wine online at this stage.
No.
When everybody's like, oh no, we don't want to have to go in and work at the infected Amazon warehouse or wherever.
It's not Amazon though.
It's not Amazon, is it?
Their website.
Oh, so
they're still doing deliveries.
Oh, right. Oh, so they're all living in like Geralt's mansion, and they just have to go into the cellars and take it. And
but there's plenty of places that are still delivering if it's safe for them, and you know, I think.
So nice.
If they still want business, I'll give them business.
Hell yeah. Okay. So it's the bottom one. The top one is where I was last time and found Jimbo. Jimbo. Right. So now when he
forgot my
walks.
tea.
Yeah.
I forgot my tea.
Oh, you silly. Oh, you silly. Okay. Do you mean this one here? Let's try that one. So, hello, how's everybody doing? It's the end of the first working week in isolation for a lot of people. Certainly for Abby. And, we've sort of settled in, haven't we?
We've settled in, yes.
Yeah, we're feeling alright now.
We're gonna keep calm and carry on.
Oh my god.
I may have
Things began to fracture at the end of that first week.
I may have gone a bit manic, but I am not drunk.
Well, here I am in Jidur. This is Jidur, the westernmost town on the world map. The world's so different now. What about you? Captain Birdseye, what do you think? Lately, I've seen a lot of carrier pigeons flying towards Miranda. Who can be sending all of the letters? I think I had something to do with that. Oh, there's a Choco house there, where you can get chocolate bows. Chocolate bows. I bet I've said all that before. I bet every syllable of what I just said, I've said previously. Owser ought to sort out a highly skilled artist to come and paint for him. I guess I've just decided that's how they all talk here. But he did say Owser. The other day I read Owser's diary. He was just laying there. Floodum, floodum, floodum. The house to the north belongs to Owser. He's a collector of fine paintings. Art that evokes the end of the world is popular now. Is it? You'd think it would be the other way around. Like how it's suddenly getting weirdly uncomfortable how many of the things that you want to just randomly watch on TV are to do with pandemics. You know, is that? You know, we're all, like, I think we were watching a DS9 the other day that was about a spreading virus, and then, like, the advert for Pandemic came up. Was it not? It was something. There was something we were trying to watch. And there was something we were going to watch, but it turned out to be about that, so we didn't watch it. Yeah, you're right. It is the West, yeah. It is, yeah. No, it's the Owsers. See anything you want? The auction's about to start. Oh, yeah? I've recently saved my game. Let's try bidding on some items. This is familiar. I think we've done this cutscene before, haven't we? Okay. Here is our next item. Oh, glad it wasn't her. A Zephyr Cape. Do I hear 3,000 Gilly Willies? Why do I call them Gilly Pounds? Where have I got that from? I just automatically started calling them Gilly Pounds the first time we started playing it, I think. And like, it wasn't. I wasn't doing a joke. Like that's what it to me GP stood for. Gilly Pound. What am I thinking of? What's that? I mean, there's Gilly Weed in Harry Potter, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't think I wasn't like particularly Harry Pottery that day. Gilly Pounds. What am I thinking of?
G does stand for Gil, says Max.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And I knew that because they were Gil in what? Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I think. There you go. That's the answer then.
If you hear any clickety clacking, it's me having my chill out and gun down.
Yep. Should I be buying anything in this? What is this? How auctions work? That when nobody buys the thing, price goes up? Is that how auctions work? Now, admittedly, I mainly only know how auctions work at all from that one scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which remains my go-to. That's what I think of when I think of an auction. I want this guy now to go, Your Majesty! Did I want that? Oh. I should have had that, should I? Oh, so you just go in and they're just always having an auction and it's just always about to start and it's just always something, yeah? Bing bong. Oh. 1/1200th of an airship. Well, that's got to be the airship that's broken to bits that Geralt is all about, right? Yeah, right? I feel like I've probably got to buy this. Oh, it's like a little model airship, and that's the measurement of scale. It's not just a bit of an airship. Right. Right. Okay. I'm going to Google it. 1/1200 airship. Looks like it's well, I think I just saw the word useless. The auction house got a makeover. New items for sale here. No longer will that talking chocobo bother you. Sadly, 2 new useless items have been added to the collection. An imp robot and 1/1200 of an airship. Debates rage over whether this is a piece of the Blackjack or a scale model of an airship. Obviously it's the latter, but what you want to see in it is up to you. Doesn't matter, you cannot buy either of these. The reason you're here is the Hero's Ring. The Zephyr Cloak is also exclusive at the moment, but since it's more expensive here than in WOR Nikia, don't bother shooting for it here. Once you buy the Hero's Ring, it won't appear again. If you didn't buy the Espers earlier, you'll want to do that now too, though I don't know why you'd have skipped on that earlier. Does anybody think that any of that pertains to my playthrough here? Any opinions? No opinions? Right, well, I don't want to buy that anyway. It says you can't. It seems as if I can, but apparently can't. Oh, they're shouting the numbers, not him. don't take a kid like that to an auction. I remember I used to be sort of scared of auctions. No, I used to be. I think I've still got it. I think I've still got a residual fear of auctions because... What? Because I can't remember where I got this from. I don't know what my entry point for auctions was, apart from that scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which doesn't have this. But I thought that if you go to one, then you have to be a statue, otherwise you'll inadvertently spend millions of pounds that you don't have.
Sneezed and now you own a house.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can't scratch your nose because that's the sign for you will spend loads of money, and you can't cough and you can't sneeze and you can't scratch your head. There's nothing you do. I always used to think, well, why is that how it works? Why don't they change the way auctions work so that it isn't that? Because that's ridiculous. And it is ridiculous. I don't know what I don't know what I was watching that had that kind of an auction in it, but it must have been at least riffing. It must at least have been riffing on a public understanding that that's what an auction is, even if that's incorrect. It must have come from somewhere. I remember so many Beano comics about characters accidentally participating in auctions. Hero Ring just increases your physical and magical attack power, which I reckon isn't worth much since you're doing a lot already. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. So I haven't got it. There's no point in me looking through here because I was about to check in case I already had it. Because it's familiar Hero Ring. Are you sure we haven't got one? Well, how about I go in one more? There, Hero Ring. There we go. Look, I've got 2 of them. So there we go. So I don't need that. Yeah, so I don't need that. Ignore that. The house to the north belongs to Hauser. Oh, yeah. Not that one, though, right? Are these stairs? Yes. Ah! Oh, gosh. Flippin' heck. Ooh. What happened there? The stairs turned into ramp. Stay away. I don't know why I interpret that as a ghost voice. It's Hauser's diary. Yeah. Just spent an absolute fortune. It's my largest painting yet, so I won't be able to put it with the others. I will decide later where to display it. Read the next page. An artist came from Zozo today. He wanted me to see his work. What a waste of time. Bought a new stairway lamp at the item shop. Turns the stairs into a ramp, it does. Expensive, but one flip of the switch and everything's bright and cheery. I invited over an artist from Kolingen. About as talented as a bucket. Something's happened to me. It started when I had that picture painted, and I started hearing odd noises coming from downstairs. Oh, the diary ends. Right, can I turn on the lamp? I can't. Oh, that's it? That's what you need to do to turn the... That is how to defeat ghosts, is you turn the light on? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe just because I'm a Sonic and Knuckles man. Oh, there he is. Guest doll. Oh, there he is. A lamp. Oh, there he is. A bucket. Is he the one... Did the one that's much talent as a bucket paint that one? Some armour. Picture of a lovely lady. I don't know how lovely she is. She just looks like a collection of lumps. Just like the best ladies.
Yay! Like me! Oh, I'm really joking. Oh no!
How much wine have you had?
Not much.
She hasn't. There hasn't been another incident
Hello, darling.
like last time.
What?
I said there hasn't been another incident like last time.
Oh, that was great.
It was great.
Really
We've had a bit
nice.
more of that since, wasn't it nice?
It's really nice.
Darling, they're called.
Yes, I like these cool. Aren't they fancy?
They are very fancy. They are collections of lumps. Oh, wait. They just came down off the painting. Look, there's a big empty painting on the wall.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Maya! Hello.
My dear! Just woke up. It's time for bed. How many bums have you missed? Almost none. We've just started, really.
Dave, it is genuinely, like, really good at the moment to have naps. A lot of people have been tweeting about how the reason there is very, very important reasons why we're all feeling like knackered, even though we're still at home. And, and it's to do with our response psychologically and physically to the stuff going on.
Right.
So if you feel tired and you think, oh no, but I'm not doing much, but I feel like I need a nap.
Right.
Have a nap.
So
do it.
So now then is the perfect time to establish siesta as a tradition in the UK. Do you know what I mean, siesta? What's that thing called where they go to bed and have a little nap at lunchtime?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Afternoon break.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh no, don't kill the cat.
Well, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, that was a big yawn.
In fact, these are the first bumsy.
Right, where was I with Quibbly?
As far as I can remember, these are the first bums of the night. Bumsy. You are Quibbly. Oh, Quibbly is a kind of Gundam, isn't it?
Yes.
Do. This is a 3-minute game, darling.
And an automatic lock-in.
You will.
Ho ho ho!
Ho ho ho! Ho ho! What's that? Oh, I'm being sucked into it! And I can't move! Oh! These are haunted paintings, and I love it.
Cool. And spookies.
Yeah, it's just got a normal fight in it, though. I don't really...
Where was I?
I don't know.
D2. 1 and 2.
She's making a Gundam.
Yes. This D? No, it's C. But I do need a bit of C. 12.
Oh, I might be a bit sleepy for bumsies.
Too many bumsies.
To be found. So many bumsies all around. That's weird. What's going on in that painting over there? Am I down a person because of that? No. What's that supposed to be? Stop throwing those things at me, please. Stop it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Incorrect blitz input. It was definitely correct. Oh, tell you why, it's because I'm doing them too fast. Haunted chair painting that just wants you to have a sit down. Oh no. Woo. I got a Super Ball. Seriously, that's what it's called. I can catch big Pokemons in that.
Oh, this is like the only the second time that I've used my fancy new nipples.
Yes, she's got new nipples.
Nipples.
Oh. There's a treasure chest through that door. Try that one. A Moogle suit? I've got a Moogle suit? What am I meant to do with a Moogle suit? Oh! Oh, this is a little bit. Bruce Lee, isn't it? Remember Bruce Lee on the Spectrum? Where there were those caves that you climb into and you end up in random places? I love it.
Did you stream that?
Yeah.
Remember then? Oh, yeah, I was sitting with you when you did it.
I see, I've done it too fast again. This is going to be wrong. Were you?
I'm pretty sure I was.
Probably. I'm sure I've streamed Bruce Lee. I might just do it again because I like it. Stream a game more than once, yeah. A bit unorthodox. Oh. Do 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 bumsy. several days now I've been sitting down, not doing any kind of exercise in my legs. Currently, feels fine. But
Well,
it ain't healthy, is
tomorrow,
What?
we're going to do some exercise.
it? Oh, what sort?
I'm going to look at the ones that Mark and Katie have been doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It might be a bit
Those
hardcore.
are people we know.
Yes. They are lovely.
Yes. Okay, was that too fast? No. It was fine. Okay, so I now know that I am allowed to press the buttons in time with the music. That might help. I'll remember that. I won't remember that. I don't remember anything. I suppose, theoretically, it must be alright to press them in time with the music, because that indicates some sort of clock speed. Is that just nonsense? I don't know.
Who knows?
What's that spooky picture of?
Is this a spooky house?
Yeah, dude!
Cool.
Have you been noticing me doing spooky things
I
with
mean, I
paintings?
noticed some spooky things, but...
I've got sucked into a painting. Ladies came out of a painting.
Ladies.
There are flying treasure chests in this room.
Hello, ladies.
Hello to ladies.
Would you like to come on a date? Another date?
Got it.
Yeah, Dave, we're gonna do squats.
I agree. I'm gonna do squat.
And then you like
With my careful wordplay, I may have fooled her.
You have not fooled me.
Oh!
I
Oh,
see
I'm
what you
undone!
did.
Even my wordplay wasn't enough.
No.
Oh, there's some... Abby, you're going to have to just read me all of the Crystal Maze chat going on.
Ew.
Ooh.
Mine says, nobody gives Ed Tudorpole credit for his sterling Crystal Maze hosting. What a thankless job he had replacing everyone's fave weird uncle in a pink leopard skin blazer.
I know, I will never know. I will simply... I mean, unless I just rewatch it all, I will simply never know if he was any good. Because, you know, he might as well have been Dexter Fletcher on Games Master or whatever it was, you know.
Ooh.
Is that a thing that happened, or have I imagined that?
No, I think that happened.
Yeah, I feel like that happened.
Yeah.
Because it's like... No, the thing is established. It wasn't even because, like... Yeah, I now recognise that Richard O'Brien was uniquely good at that job. But that wasn't even it at the time. It was just like, no, this is wrong. I didn't sign up to do this. You know, it's like when Beadle left You've Been Framed.
Then Max said, Ed was great, but he also committed the unforgivable sin of not being Richard.
Exactly. More people should be getting in trouble for that.
Maya said, who amongst us hasn't though?
Exactly, well, quite.
And then Max said, I don't think anyone could have lived up to Richard O'Brien's unique brand of big camp energy.
Yeah.
No.
That's... Yeah, now that I think back, Ed Tudorpole probably was quite good at it, especially now that we live in an era where it's accepted that different people, including a friend of ours, can be the Crystal Maze person.
You nearly called him the Games Master.
I nearly called him the Games Master. Yeah, Guy would make a good Games Master.
Oh, you would. I would totally watch Guy being Games Master.
Doopy 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 flubby duppy flibby dippy bee bomb up 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 bomb up 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 bomb. Do 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 do.
Maya, Ed Tudorpole is kind of like Peter Davison as Doctor Who. He's good in the role in some unique ways, but everyone's always going to bang on about the guy he replaced.
Oh god, yeah, I never thought about that. God, did he replace Tom? Oof. Oof, that's quite an act.
Yes, as Max points out, Richard IRD looks like he's hosting pretty well there.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see enough of that.
No, we saw, what, 3-4 episodes?
Yeah, and he's great.
Oh, is that Plopper? Is that a painting?
A really good choice.
Is that a Plopper paint? A painting plop? Is that a painting plop? Oh, look, Abby,
Yes,
look,
yes.
Abby!
I'm looking!
Look!
I've got it up here.
Oh, you have, okay.
Yes, I'm slightly behind you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Big horrible thing came out. Oh yeah, I should fight.
Big epic green lips.
Yeah. Oh no! Gross! Still life?
Ew.
What is this meant to be? It's horrible! Oh, there we go. Killed it. I bet that was supposed to be a big boss. Ooh, spooky. Ah, right. If I walk, one of my injured Moogle gets hurt. So let's have a little look what I can do about that. Skills. Who's got the most magic at the moment? Oh well, apart from Meowth. You have antidote, I bet. Yeah. Who needs love like that?
Maya
What?
said that painting was like if the big nasty Dark Souls worm did drag.
You might only need a little. Oh, there we go. No, I refuse to go all sleepy. Come on, Dave. Oh no, I activated the nearby turkey. Oh no, I activated the nearby turkey. I saved! And I didn't load, which I nearly did. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. I'm just gonna press fight multiple times, see what happens. These birds have gone on the binder. Which is like a cross between a dating app and Vine. It's just a good little tune there. So what does it make me think of? There's a real piece of classical music that has something very similar to that.
Maya says, my friend's family's neighbourhood is currently being haunted by a sinister turkey.
Really?
How sinister? I want to know how spooky the turkey is.
I went through the same door. Yeah, exactly how spooky is a spooky turkey?
Spooky.
Huh. Do you know, I just had... Do you ever do this? Do you ever, like, you're just thinking about something or somebody mentioned something and you just have a strong flashback to a particular memory or place, and it turns out to be because your brain associates those two things? So, like, earlier today, I heard a little bit of orchestral music that I didn't recognise, and I had a flashback to Star Wars Rogue Leader on the GameCube, and it turned out to be because Abby was playing Battlefront, which presumably had the same bit of incidental Star Wars music that, for whatever reason, I haven't committed to memory. Well, when we just started talking about Turkey, I had a strong flashback to the house of a family that I visited when I was like 2 years old. Not just by myself, you understand. I took my parents, and it was a family they were friends with who lived, I thought, 100,000 miles away, but apparently it's about 20 minutes away, if that. And they had an interesting garden with all, like, sectioned off areas. So I wonder if they had a turkey. I'll tell you what they did have. They had... Oh, right, I'm just back here again. Right, so actually, I'm supposed to go through that door. That's it, that's all there is.
Spanky! Hello!
Oh, that's right, and then I don't go through that door. I don't go through... Hello, Spanky. Isn't everything like 20 minutes away in Britain? Well, you know, that's actually kind of quite close to my actual experience from when I was younger, because I've never really... this is a question of scale that confuses me greatly, because here in Manchester, which, I mean, it's a big city, but it doesn't feel particularly big. Like, when you go to town, you're just, you know, you're covering the same amount of town area that you would in most towns. You have a little walk around. There are places to go, but I don't. And yet, to get to what is the nearest town is like... It's going to take out more than half an hour of your day, you know, you have to set aside an hour, really, if you want to incorporate the putting on of shoes and the waiting for the bus. And then there's, like, if you want to go to the supermarket, that's, like, half an hour away. But when I was growing up, like, the supermarket was, well, 10 minutes away maximum, and town, that was where that was, so that was 10 minutes away. Or if you wanted to really go to the big town, that was 20 minutes away. And just like that kind of scale is completely alien to me now. If I wanted to go to another town than the one I live in, I'd have to travel more than an hour. Now that's because, though, I'll tell you why that is, though. That's because I'm thinking of, well, we're in Manchester, so the next big city would be like Leeds or something, and that's an hour away.
Yeah, but there's towns in
Manchester.
Exactly.
So like the town I'm thinking of that was 10 minutes away from home is the equivalent of, like, you know, this one compared to maybe going 5 minutes up the road to Chorlton or something. So yeah. By the way, good luck triangulating where I live from that comment. I don't know how many minutes away Chorlton is or in what direction.
Max says there's a YouTube comment that suggests a particular Bach piece that this might be based on.
Oh, really?
Bach.
I think it's a posh frog.
Oh! Sorry, that was me seeing the posh frog for the first time. I'm quite excited.
Posh frog.
Hello, posh frog.
Posh frog? Posh frog will not talk to me. Speak to me, posh frog. Oh, here we go. Please, help that painting. No, they're all from... they're all like that here. Owser, please help that painting. What do you mean, help that painting? The painting? There's a monster hiding in my prized painting of a goddess. A monster? Who's talking and who's Owser? The painter or the frog? Yes, and now it's nearly impossible to get it to show itself. Ah! Oh, that's Crayon. We can't attack this masterpiece. It would be inexcusable. Chadanuk. Who are these numbskulls? No one is going to remove me from this fine new painting.
Oh, I like a good foo-foo-foo.
Yeah. What? It's just a collection of lumps. It's a collection of random lumps coming out of a painting, look.
Oh dear. Looks like a glitch.
Wait, am I supposed to fight this or not? Should I fight the wispy lady?
Spanky thinks this had unmentionables in Japanese version.
I was going to say, that looks like exactly the sort of thing that would have been ruder in Japan. Somebody source the Japanese version, please. Oh, well, you see, there we go. That's more like it. Oh, I've pressed it too fast again, because the music's too fast.
Did you just chainsaw his wang?
Did I? That's certainly what I would have done had I had the chance.
You did.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and do it again. Oh, I need to press some buttons for that to work. Instead of just sitting there. Oh, I got him already. He popped. He docked. And he's popped out. That.
Oh, Maya, is that... There were two Pokemon manga, and I think I know exactly the one you mean.
They were both good.
But
I'll never forget finding out that the Pokemon manga I loved as a kid was hornier in Japan. Yeah, that's the...
so horny.
That's the anime tie-in one, isn't it? Where Misty starts out with black hair, but then changes to not inked-in hair. And clothes. Oh, that was a good comic, especially there was like a bumper issue where it was like Charizard. What's the evolved form of Charizard? What's the big Charizard? Is that Charizard?
Yes.
Okay, Charizard versus Dragonite. There was this big epic whole bumper issue of that. I still prefer the first 3 books of Pokemon Adventures, though. Oh, damn it. You know what I could be doing right now?
What?
If we weren't on lockdown, I could be getting the Pokemon Adventures books from Travelling Man and seeing if I still like them. And we've got them upstairs, but I mean, we've only got the first 6. I want to see what they're like after that.
We'll still get them.
Well, I won't be interested in that. Hey, relax. The monster croaked. I still can't remember how Penny Crayon's supposed to talk, but I remember that I made a wild guess and it was really accurate before, so I'm just going to keep doing that. What was that, Siege? What was that phrase that you wanted to say and you had to troll the entire series to find an example? Owser, thanks for saving the day. This picture is more precious to me than my own life. Huh? What are you talking about?
It's getting there.
Yeah. I don't know who says that. It all started when I bought a stone at the auction house. I'm a frog. Foldy-rog. I took one look at it and suddenly I felt I needed a portrait of a starlet. Excuse me? Of what? I asked several artists, but none could muster enough skill. They were like, It was then that I heard about Crayon's amazing ability. I brought her here, and I put her to work. And I added a little S to the middles of one of my words. But while she was painting, that thing came along. It must have been enticed here by that stone. Where is the stone? The stone? Over on that bookshelf. This is Magicite. This is Magicite. Phew, I don't need any more bad luck. Just take it and go. Receive the Magicite. Starlet. I have to go, but fear not. I'll be back to finish this painting. I'll be waiting for you. Honestly, I can't really remember what she sounds like, but I know it's like that. It's like you're straining at the borders at all times. Yeah. Like your whole head's about to explode, and out will come Scousers.
I remember the first. What was it? Was it the first time Misty appears in the comic?
Yeah.
And you know she's in just a full body swimsuit when
we read it.
We read it, and then you see the original drawings, and you go, "Hey, she's like 13. This is bad."
Yeah, but
I'm not happy.
It wasn't just because she was in a swimsuit. It was because the swimsuit was hastily scribbled on for the.
Oh no, that
the
was
English translation.
Yes, but what I'm saying is when we finally saw like the original pages online, we were quite upset.
Yeah, and also when I went and got my copies out and had a look, like I was really surprised by how obviously felt tipped in a lot of the censorship was. It was all done by people who were not artists at all, and so they're just drawn scribbly.
Poor person just going, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Jessie. She was basically wearing. She had that tank girl bra on all the time. Basically, that's how Jessie was drawn in the original.
I don't know enough about Tank Girl.
All right. You not seen the famous Tank Girl cover where she's got big missiles as a bra?
Missiles? What?
Yeah. Like, just wearing missiles.
Yeah.
But Jessie just looked like that.
I don't believe I have.
Oh.
Don't need to do any shopping. Well, there we go. I suppose I've done that now. So now I've got Starlet. Okay, what does that do? Oh no, that's not right, is it? I don't know how Magicite works. I don't know how you equip it or you know.
Siege says skills equal espers.
Skills. Oh yeah. Cool, I got loads. Oh, Maduin, I remember him.
Oh my, yes, I remember Dragon's Crown coming out.
Right, well, anyway. You remember what came out? Dragon's Chrome?
Crown. Was that fighting? That sort of walk along fighty game where everyone.
Oh yeah.
All the designs are exaggerated, but.
I think that one was supposed to be a joke, but they obviously just swung and missed, didn't they?
Well.
Was it supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, but they were still
Where should I go now?
Like,
yeah. I just remember them getting in trouble. I don't remember the details.
I feel like I remember that there was a mini game where I think you kind of got to touch them. I think, yeah.
Really?
I could be wrong. I could be mixing it up with some of the horrible things I was shown.
Directly to the east is a vaguely star-shaped mountain range. In the center is a cave. Directly to the east. Is that vaguely star-shaped? It is. And then in the center is a cave. Yes, I see it. Wow, how would you ever find that if you were just playing the game? There's no way. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. What? What? Oh, what? Okay, I get a whole situation. Who's that? Oh, yeah, Megabo! Who was Megabo again?
Somebody got in the last episode, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'll try Megabo then. And then we've got this Yeti, Uvavu. When am I supposed to use the Yeti then? That's right.
They're all saying you found him in a cave.
Yeah, so he's good at caves then. So I could have Megabo. Right, well, I'll have my usual team. Wait, do I want my usual team? Who's the one who can't do anything? And I always have to press them first, and all they do is fight or nothing. Yeah, I know, I want to look at their skills. Not allowed.
Siege says you could use the Yeti now, potentially.
Yeah. Hi, Silurius.
Hello.
Spanky says, there's not that much map, Dave. If you play the game without like a 2-year-long break in the middle, it makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, no, I don't want you there. I don't know why I don't want you there. It's just not where I wanted you. Well, yeah, right then. Let's have Megabo and Uvavu just to have a go with them. Is that a terrible idea, do you think? Well, I'll tell you what, I can save here. And then we will not have to live to regret it. Okay, here we go. Bud Donk. No. Oh, 2 groups. Uh-oh. Oh dear, right. So I have to have good people on 2 different teams. Hey, where's grey hair bloke gone?
Jimbo.
No, he's there.
Oh, there's Geralt.
Oh, I can open them up. So he's got tools, right? He's the best one. He's got tools. What? Blitz. He's also the best one. So I'll put him on another team. I've got tools on one and Blitz on another.
Maya says someone on Twitter just tweeted about fiendish feet yogurts, and I'm in the throes of a full Prostean flashback.
The siren call. Whenever anyone talks about fiendish feet, we're all gonna snap to attention.
Fiendish feet. Well good. I can't remember what my favourite was. Might have been the mummy. But that might have been the
Sorry, Moogle.
Mummy.
It's gotta be Frankenstein. I mean, mind you, but I'm purely going by appearances. I never ate a single fiendish foot. No, I was allergic to them.
Oh, yeah.
I was allergic to anything with milk or eggs in at that age up until I was 12 years old. I was. But you know, Andy wasn't, so he had plenty of stuff. And I always used to think of him as quite the chocolate hound, but of course it was just because I was allergic to such things. He was also, a milk hound and an eggs hound, and I was like, wow, this kid really likes stuff that I don't like, such as butter, milk, eggs, chocolate. He's like, yeah, no, that's just because that's how people eat. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. Yeah, well, you know, I've been carrying this chocobo around for a while. I don't mean that. Yeah, dude, you're a chocobo. You can go and stand over there at the front. And all he's done is dance, and I still haven't figured out whether it's any good. So, just for now. By the way, what's the deal with like him having a little hair with a ball on the end? That's a thing that I see in so many things. I've used it myself. I shall continue to use it. I quite like it. But like, what is it? Does it mean something in Japan? Bang! There we go. Done it.
Hook, hook!
Hey, Hole!
Yo!
How are you, Pook?
Hook, we're all thinking of you.
Yeah, yes, I know
Yes.
exactly how you are, Pook. Split up into 2 parties. Use the Y button to switch between groups. Visit the Y bird to find out about... Can't remember. What was the Y bird?
She had a thing, you pressed buttons.
Yeah,
on it.
she had a
It was
really
real
good
cool.
computer. Okay, so I guess we're starting with... Oh, and what? And the other team's just going to sit on their arse. All right.
Isn't that what always happens in things like this?
Whoa! And up I go into the sky like a piece of bread. The Moggle Bobble is to mesmerize their prey like those awful fish that live next door to hell. Oh, you're there. Hey, just think. Think of it. What? Have you got a bed sorted out, by the way? Meanwhile, Geralt's on his airship. Hey. Man, I'm gloomy. Coming around on my ship.
Wind's howling.
Yeah. Looking for coin. And beer. And not really babes anymore. I've matured past those years. Have. I used to collect trading cards on them and everything. Nearly got me a whole set. What am I meant to be doing?
Okay, as long as you're alright for tonight then, Pug Pug. You have accidentally returned to the airship, my Siege says.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to go up that hook.
No.
Oh.
And Maya says, was that clown Dave tweeted about from the Y-Bird show? I think I've
The
pressed it.
Y-Bird show. Yes, Playbus. But the Y-Bird stop was Monday. And then, well, Playbus and then Play Days it became. They replaced Play School. Oh, I've got to do the whole thing again. Look at this.
Oh, Dave.
Jeez. Flick.
This is Streaming with Dave.
Right. What was I? What? I'm going to try and recreate the same team.
What's the website we've been reading recently?
Worldofcrap.co.uk.
Worldofcrap.co.uk. They did it.
She's good.
She done a great article about Playdays and why everything sucks apart from Y-Bird.
Oh, did she? I don't remember that now.
Yeah, I remember you reading it to me and it was great.
So, Wobble was from the Friday stop, which was the 10th stop, and is attended in that picture by somebody Diamond. What was his name? Someone Diamond. Not Dominic. Not
No.
Neil. Might not even have been Diamond, but I think it was. Can't remember. Sorry?
I'm looking for D2 for my Gundam.
So I'm supposed to go in that cave.
Maya says, World of Crap was the one who tweeted about Fiendish Feet. If you're feeling...
Oh, I already need my other team. Oh, wait. Okay, that is what it is. Hey, is this guy faster? Yeah, this guy's much faster at walking than this guy. So this guy wants to put on his special walking shoes in that case.
Look, if anyone's ever feeling a bit blue at the moment, World of Crap did this fantastic little article where they played various theme songs, didn't they?
Oh, it was so good. Oh, Abby, find it.
I'll find it and I'll post it in the
Oh,
chat.
it's the most I've laughed in ages.
It's so good. I love World of Crap. She She reminds me of Suze. I wonder if it's because she's just a funny British lady. I like those.
Which Suze? The one at your work or the one on the internet?
The one on the internet.
Ah, the one who's going to be a guest on Sonic the Comic, the podcast, at the weekend. Well, not for you. For you, it'll be many weeks in advance of the weekend. What is that? Is that your mouse wheel?
Yeah.
Whoa, that is a new mouse wheel.
It is a new mouse wheel, isn't it?
God, can you hear that, everyone?
Chung, chung, chung.
Clank, clank, clank.
Oh.
Forgot what I was trying to do now.
Sorry.
I was trying to put better shoes on him. But it's an item, I think.
Oh my god, she's got an article about O Penny. I loved O Penny.
Oh, I'll put that on the side for after the stream.
Yeah.
Someone just tell me how to make him fast.
I'm pretty sure Siege said.
Not surprised. Sprint shoes and not running shoes. Okay. Yeah, but what is it? Is it equip or... No, it's
Oh my god, how long ago is this thing?
Well, you might have to do a search.
I don't know what...
On a more fundamental level, how do I do it? Like, what even is... I've tried my clothes and I've tried my items and neither of them seem to be it. Config? No. Okay, I'll do that later.
Found it! Oh no, it's the answers there.
Yeah, you don't want that. Oh, so all he can do is mimic. Better be good.
Okay, I found it. Woohoo!
That was pretty good.
Here we go, post it in the chat.
Okay.
This is great.
Ba boo ba ba ba. Shall I show you Maya? Shall I show you my mouse that's a bit like that? Hang on a minute. I've got one that's just like that. Here it is. Look at my mouse that's just like yours. Look at it. Look how much like the frog chorus it is. It's just like the frog chorus.
God.
It's just like the frog chorus. Bumsy, 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 bumsy. Isn't it nice to know that you know someone who keeps his copy of the frog chorus on vinyl to hand at all times?
Who was it who said to you the other day on Twitter, I'm so excited every time I get a glimpse of the world you live in.
Wasn't it?
Guy.
I think it was Guy. Didn't he say something like, "There's an innocent magic to your world"? Isn't it? I have. Oh, Silurius says, I remember a friend of mine used to have a mouse where you could press a button to make the wheel not clicky. Yeah, I've got that. So that I've got exactly such a mouse. Here it is. And, clicky. Button. Not clicky! Here's some ASMR of it. Clicky. Button. Not clicky! I couldn't have a mouse that isn't that now. Like, there we go, yeah. That, does it go like a flywheel on the not clicky setting too? Well, I don't know how a flywheel goes, but here's how this one goes. Woo! Still going. Still going. Still going. It's stopped. Yeah. I don't understand how anyone can use a mouse that doesn't do that anymore. Like, that's very important. That's the only function I need a mouse to have, really, is that. Right, what am I doing? Do-do-do-do. Bumsy, bumsy, bumsy. Yeah. I don't know why I got annoyed at having to do a very simple puzzle there. Oh, I fell down a hole. I fell down a hole onto spikes, and my bum got spiked. Typical. Oh, now what have we got? Who have we got here? We've got 3 party ladies.
Woohoo!
Trickster, they're called.
We're having a good time.
What's she got in her hand? I can't tell.
Party popper.
Yeah, I don't know that. Do-dup-de-doo. Did I say Peepo gained a heart?
Peep-po?
Peep-po-po-poo? Peep-po-poo?
Peep-po-poo.
Poo.
Did you hear that crunching then?
What's that?
The clicking of plastic.
Oh, she's clicking bits. Ugh. Well, I've only got 2 parties, so I can't come after them. So I don't know what you expect me to do about that. Must be for a different time. Diddly-doo. Can't do that, can I? No. Pronounced no in a weird way there. Pronounced way in a weird way there. Oh, it's Trickster again. And the Necromancer.
Necromancer. And those lovely witches.
Those lovely witches. Did he just... Did Uvavu just attack unbidden? Because that's fine by me. I don't... If they would... frankly, I prefer them all to do that.
So you can just lie back and watch.
Yeah.
Oh, Maya. That sucks.
I got my hair set on fire by another kid at school once, so it's hard to gauge. What? What's that based on? What? Hang on, Abby, read me the chat. I need to know some context for
Maya
what's going
said,
on.
many's the time I was trying to learn computers and IT in school only for a mouse ball smack the back of my head.
Oh!
Mm.
Yeah, because they
So
were
that's
easily
horrible.
removable in those days. From mouses, not so much from the backs of heads, where they would become embedded forever. Oh, that explains where all those mouse balls stuck to the back of Maya's head came from. I always wondered.
I think 90s schools were quite rough, you know. You know, my school was a bit rough.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but I don't know if it was because of the 90s specifically.
I know.
Yeah.
It used to feel like the 90s was all modern, and then you look back and you go, oh no, that was actually pretty crap.
Well, yeah. You're right there. Bumsy. Yeah, I suppose it is possible that there's sufficient of an entirely new generation. The trouble is, for schools to become inherently less violent, you have to have a generation of kids raised in an inherently less violent way. And maybe that's happened by now, but I wonder if it's in time for there to be a knock-on effect on the next generation of kids.
Oh.
Because, like, I don't mean raised in a less violent way, like, from your parents, although also that, if there were parents doing that. But, yeah, like, yeah, school was rough. And I think for school to stop being rough, it would have to have already been normal for it not to be rough a generation before. Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying.
Do.
Siege says everyone needs healing.
Oh, yeah, especially Uvavu.
Aww. Solaria says, with my hair at that time being a wannabe afro, kids in my class always threw small curled up balls of paper and small pieces of razor into it without me noticing.
Okay, so I need to... Oh, except, of course, a lot of these people won't have the spells. But she has, so we got Antidote and Bringing You Back to Life. Oh no, that isn't what that is it? It's...
Siege says, item Revify.
That's right. Thank you, Siege! You knew what was going to happen. And it's Revivify. There we go. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna drink my wine.
Okay. Is there anyone who only needs a little bit of cure? Yeah, you. Oh dear, everybody else needs big bits of cure.
D2? Where is D2?
Wow, how did we get slapped about so much in such a short amount of time? Like, you know, we've been pretty invincible up to this point. Now suddenly, right? Well, I think soon I'll have to start feeding them potions to get their magic back, but not just yet.
Oh, sweet. Solarius says, on the bright side, I could hide a cross headset in my hair and listen to music during lessons without teachers noticing it.
Huh. Cool.
Maya says, Siege the game genie on duty.
Ah, cool. Hey.
I can only hear, like, no one knows. Yeah, that's all I can hear now.
Oh, sketch.
Ooh.
Blitz.
Some of the artwork for the monsters in this is kind of unsettling.
Yeah. What was Blowfish? What's on there? But it never do that. Ah, Crane's dead! What the hell?
Siege also says, by the way, relics to sprint shoes if you have them.
Thank you. Relics. Relics, relics, relics. Relics, relics, relics. Somebody's a rabbit, but who? I wasn't looking to know.
We're nearly at Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Who is a rabbit? I do not know. Why on earth was somebody a rabbit? What? No, it wasn't. I did it right. What are you on about? You absolute banana. Right. I'm not doing slot anymore. Why is this hard again? Fire dance, thank you. What? How's Roll Bro lost all of that power? Roll Bro.
Yeah, the longest time Dave was kind of streaming this sort of on your own, weren't you? I would just be working, not really watching.
Yeah, you weren't usually involved for some reason.
Like, I still look up and see the artwork of the bosses and enemies and go, ah!
Right, so I suppose it makes sense these new characters wouldn't be leveled up. Well, they were leveled up, but not like...
Siege says 2 of the enemies are absorbing fire, also half of each team is unequipped.
Oh! Right, so... let's see. Do you have life? Yes.
And... 9.
Okay, so let's do some equipping. You're equipped. You are not equipped. You probably equipped, yeah. Although I bet I've got better stuff now. Wait, I might have better stuff. You're right.
No!
What happened?
Bit on the floor.
And you're to blame.
Where are you?
She's dropped a bit of Gunda. Oh, it sounded like you found it. I heard a little bit sound.
Really quick.
Hey, there we go.
Oh.
Presumably better. Okay, here we go. And also what I'll do is I'll go to the other team and I'll do a bit of the same. Man-eater. Oh. Don't suppose. Oh, already. There we are. Okay. Alright. And then tell me what it was that I was supposed to do again. Was it Relic?
Oh, Puck Puck, we miss you so much. We miss everyone so much. It's so annoying.
And what shall I remove? My ribbon or my white cape? Oh, I can find out what they do. Protect against imp. Oh, well, I like being protected against imp. But what about ribbon? Come on. I'm all gummed up from eating tea.
Yes. That's the problem with us. Our basic setting is coughing and sputtering.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be difficult to look for coronavirus symptoms when I'm like this at the best of times.
But at the end of the day, we're doing all right, aren't we? Like, it was a bit of a rough start to the week.
All state settlements. Does that include him?
Mm.
Sorry, carry on.
No, it's cool. But you know what? We're gonna be all right. I'll feel much better when I know that you're safe in your new place. That's kind of the last thing I've been wound up about lately.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the internet. I can talk to my friends. I can talk to my family. And me and Dave only mildly annoy each other sometimes. Like when I say, keep calm and carry on.
God, it's only ever happened twice, and they both happened tonight. This is the worst night of my marriage. Yes, ribbon does protect from the things that white cape does. So we'll have that. So now, have I got to equip everybody with stuff?
What? Don't apologise for sharing the stories. You've got to...
What?
Pook is saying sorry for all the Madhouse stories I just had to share.
No, share them all.
Yeah.
Tell us all the stories. They're all interesting. Pook Sonic Warrior.
Yeah, because like, you know, you've got to share that stuff with your mates. And just so we know whose house to go and TP after all this is over. And there's supplies again.
Are you advocating violence again?
Toilet papering a house isn't violence.
Suppose not.
It's a waste of resources.
It is, yeah. We won't do any TPing until the
not yet.
until the stocks are shelved. Shelves are stocked.
Yeah, the only annoying thing is that we can't do the shopping ourselves. So, like, I feel a bit guilty asking the people who've said they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Cause like, I wanna send our mate a list and say, can you get me some chocolate?
Do that.
I know, but it's like,
Our
that's
mate,
definitely not an essential.
Our mate is Katie. She'll get you
I
chocolate.
know.
She gets it.
But like, you know, there's gonna be a day where I say, can you get me a bottle of gin?
Yeah, she gets it.
Maya says, right now TPing a house is like stoning someone's death with gold bullion. Yep. I know, Book, I will send the list, I will. It's just, you know, it's like, it's just weird. It's because we're not actually sick or anything. We're just, you know, on that vulnerable list. It feels so weird.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not on a dialysis machine or something. But at the same time, it is the safest. Dallas machine. Just use it and then just keep waking up to someone come out of the shower when you thought they were dead. Don't worry, I will send the list. But do you know what? She has not sent me her details so I can pay her for the shop she did. In fact, I'm going to...
It's going to keep happening, Katie. Give us
I'm going to... Here I am, on my phone. Boop, boop, boop. Text.
Here I am, on my phone, wondering what went wrong.
I'm going to say, you...
Did we ever have a chance? Mega Bow. Yeah.
There you go. I sent a text in all
2
caps.
white capes you can wear.
Siege says Peepo needs to re-equip her lightsaber.
Oh, what? Ow! Oh yeah, because I put Optimum. Sorry.
And Maya says Dallas machine is a fancy attack the bloke from My Hero Academia can do, isn't it?
Is that it? Is it the Atma weapon? I know it was the something weapon.
Optimum removes her lightsaber, which has weird attack things. And yes, it's Atma weapon.
Twiddly-doo. Twiddly-doo.
Here was a nice thing that happened today. Chester Zoo did a live stream.
Yeah.
Where they did a tour of some of their animals.
Oh dear, what we swallowed?
My wine.
Wine.
And It was very sweet, and you could see so many people online who were responding to it and watching it with their kids. It was really, really nice.
And then, to watch the evil version of that, we watched, what was it called? The Cat People film.
Oh, the Zoo King!
Zoo King!
Oh my gosh!
Really good documentary on Netflix that starts out where you're like, am I just watching a documentary about two competing collectors of big cats? I don't know if I like this as a concept. And you think like, yeah, no, the point of the documentary is like, yeah, it's not very kind to the cats, and we get it, yeah, I get it, okay. But then, it turns out that the whole thing is absolutely at least 25 bananas more than you thought, and then the bananas just keep heaping up into a big banana pile.
It's so many bananas.
Yeah, like by the end of the second episode, there's cults. It's good.
It's amazing. So definitely watch Zoo King if you have Netflix. It's
Oh, come on! I thought that was a
so bizarre.
Oh yeah.
Zoo King. I don't know. Is there a Zoo King Spider-Man? Am I just thinking of Kraven the Hunter? I could be.
Did you just ask? Is there a Zoo King Spider-Man villain?
Maya asked if there was the big Russian fella. Yeah, that's Kraven the Hunter. But I haven't read a Spider-Man comic.
Oh, look at that jaunty T-Rex that we've got.
Hi! Hello, friend.
There he goes.
He's going to bite your bum.
He's not. I
He
never
is.
even found out what he was
Oh
called.
no, you killed him!
Well, depends the brakes.
That's awful. What would Sam Neill say about that?
What, killing a dinosaur?
Yeah. He'd be pretty upset about it.
Would he?
He'd sit there.
Is Sam Neill
He'd sit there with his lovely pigs.
out of
And
everyone?
he'd look at you and he'd
Is
just
Sam
be
Neill
disappointed.
the person who's like pro Tyrannosaurus rights? Out of
think-
everyone, Sam Neill.
I think the character he plays in Jurassic Park
Yeah.
would not mind, but I think Sam Neill himself is very pro dinosaur.
Well, then he
rights.
should stick to his guns, shouldn't he? He shouldn't take on work that's contrary to his morals.
Oh, Tiger King might be it.
Tiger King, it is it? Yeah.
It
yeah.
is Tiger King. Sorry.
What did we say? The Lion King. Zoo King,
Zoo
we
King.
said.
Yeah. Tiger King. That's it. It is surreal.
Oh, sword tech. I remember that. Can't remember what it is. What do you mean incorrect, bits and bobs?
One of the facts in that Tiger King that really shocked me is that apparently in America there are more tigers in captivity than there are in the wild.
Have I just got to wait until it gets up as high as it can go?
Mine says in Jurassic Park 3 he has a dinosaur conservationist stance, but it's mostly please don't go near the dinosaur islands, trust me on this.
Quadra slice. Swish. Swash. Swish. Swash. Nice. Sorry, I was concentrating. What?
Maya said in Jurassic Park 3 he did have a conservationist stance on dinosaurs.
Yeah. That was just a full-on empty treasure chest, was it? Toodaloo. Oh, I'm outside in the lava land. Sea flower. Why is that gross? Draw a sea flower. I'll fight a sea flower. What do you mean incorrect? Blitz and put!
Sorry for being sniffy.
Okay, I've done 7. Let's see what 6 is.
They do look like little sea slugs.
Well, I think they're meant to be like, you know when you've got like a little crater in the sea and all sorts of different cactuses and stuff come up
Yeah.
out of it. I think it's meant to be that.
Maya says, at the end of the Jurassic Park book, the island gets bombed by the Costa Rican army, which does not exist. Oh. I did read the Jurassic Park novel when I was a kid.
Did you? All the way through?
Yes. I ploughed through somehow. It was very weird.
Did you see that that review of it that I found the other day?
No.
There was it was just some random article, like, you know, 21 good sci-fi books or something. And I was just having a look at it. And the one for Jurassic Park was like, well, you all know about Jurassic Park, the film. This is Jurassic Park, the book. Notable for Crichton's descriptions of the dinosaurs. And it's making them out to be these amazing descriptions of dinosaurs. And then they give you an example. Let me see it right. Let me find it. This really made me laugh. Let's see where I tweeted it.
I definitely think Crichton might have been a bit of a weird bloke.
Yeah. Here we go. Before it mutated into the mega media franchise Jurassic World, Jurassic Park was a smart, thoughtful and gripping... That annoys me, that it's like, oh, nobody will have heard of Jurassic Park, the film. It's Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park was a smart, thoughtful and gripping sci-fi classic written by Michael Crichton, author of the equally brilliant Andromeda Strain. Crichton's tale remains a great parable about the dangers of genetic engineering, as well as a slightly heady exploration of chaos theory. Okay, here we go. His descriptions of dinosaurs are also brilliant, like the T-Rex. Okay, so imagine... Get in your mind, get your head ready, open a little space in your mind ready for a brilliant description of a T-Rex. Okay, here it is. Tim felt a chill, but then, as he looked down the animal's body, moving down from the massive head and jaws, he saw the smaller, muscular forelimb. It waved in the air, and then it gripped the fence. That's it. So his brilliant description of a T-Rex is, it had a big head, it had little arms. That's it.
It waved in the air like you just don't care. Oh, got the wrong bit of the hand.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to... that's wrong. I need to cure... No. Antidote. Similar word to cure, isn't it? Causing confusion. Whoa! Jimbo's down to one hit point. Health point. Better fix that. Mandrake.
Crayon looks like a very Toriyama character, doesn't she?
Yeah. But then, every character drawn in Japan since 1980 something.
No, they don't. Maya says, I reckon he described a T-Rex like that because he was writing for adults in the 80s whose perception of dinosaurs would have been influenced by dodgy B movies from the 50s and that. You're probably right.
Oh, what? So that was like cutting-edge, accurate description of dinosaurs? Whereas what everyone reading would have expected was like, he looked like basically a bloke in a floppy suit. Or a stop-motion puppet that also somehow doesn't really resemble a dinosaur. I want to watch The Land That Time Forgot, by the way. Have you ever seen that?
Let's do that.
You ever seen it?
No.
All I know about it is that, like, it was on when I was really, really little. Really, really little, like formatively little. So I don't actually remember anything of it about it, except that the concept, it was the first time I'd ever encountered the idea of, like, the concept of people go somewhere and there's dinosaurs. Like, even that was amazing to me. And it was, all I remember is that they were in a submarine, I think, and they up the periscope, and they look through the periscope, and through the periscope is I would not be surprised if it was a hand puppet of a dinosaur going like, rah, on the screen. That's it. That's all I remember. So I want to watch that again. I want to watch that again. And I want to watch the one episode of what I've now discovered is Series 2 of Wonder Woman. And I've tried to source it, and I haven't been able to watch it. Which is the very first thing, and I do I know this is weird of me to be able to say this conclusively, but I remember the first time I ever heard of robots, and it was in this episode of Wonder Woman. And I'm sure I've told this story before because it's one of my stories, but I'll tell it again now because I might have some new people on. When I was very, very, very little, as in, just newly walking, I went up to the back door of our house. Might not even be the house where they live now, the one that you know, Abby. It might be the one I was in.
All right.
Till I was like 2 years old or 3 years old when we moved.
I did the wrong hand.
Oh.
Link neck.
Oh, Abby.
Oh, Abby.
Can you unclick it?
Well, I've not put it in. I've just built it. And just made a spare hand.
Okay. I went up to the back door, and you know how doors, often a back door, you've got 2 panels of roughly equal size, and the top one is a window, and the bottom one is not. Well, that bottom one, going inwards, necessarily creates a little lip. So like, there's the rectangle, and here, as it went in, there was a little, what I thought was a clod of earth, just stuck to it, a little blob of earth, and I went, look, some mud, and Dad went, no, because Dad was the one with me at the time. No, that's soil. No, he didn't say that. Pretend I didn't say that. That's just another word for mud. And I was trying to remember if I said mud or soil. But I said one of those, and he said, no, that's a moth.
Oh.
And I went, no, it's not, because it just looked like a lump of earth. And he went, no, that's a moth. And I reached out to poke it, and Dad said, don't poke it. If you do, it'll... And the moth went, poof, down onto the ground and made me jump. And he went, do that. My takeaway from this, I remember this very clearly. I'd never heard of moths before. So what I now thought a moth was like a mimic. And what it mimics is earth. And you'll see, you'll never know the difference between a moth and some soil unless you touch it, and then it'll fall down. That's what a moth is. That's what a moth is. I didn't even know that it was, like a gross butterfly. Like, I knew nothing about moths. I thought moth was the word for fake soil that turns out to be a living being when you poke it, and it falls off, and that's how you know.
Moths are lovely and fluffy.
Horrible and gross.
I love them.
So,
I think they're very nice.
That story I tell you, because it relates to the other story I was about to tell you, about me getting the definition of a thing wrong, but now I can't remember what we were talking about. See if there's anything in the chat that'll remind me.
Steve says Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman! Robots!
Robots.
Wonder Woman, the first time I ever saw robots. The actual story, as I gather from this Wonder Woman episode, is that there are robots, and some people are making robots, and those robots are just, like people, actors, in a sort of a silvery mask, and they're going, brr, 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 I'm a robot, and that's all it is. It's not even like, it's not Cybermen or anything, it's the lowest rent robots ever, they're just people. But I have some really clear memories of that episode, which I don't think are true. I remember them, and they'll be based on something in the episode, but I know that I was completely misunderstanding everything I was seeing and being told. So, my memory is that a person stands at the head of a table and is talking to someone on a video phone or something. So like the camera cuts to inside somewhere else, and the person is doing this, like, ah yes, they've got their hands behind their back. Ah yes, here in this room we're doing this, and that person, I remember them as being constructed out of ice, and just their face made out of ice, all this weird angular ice. And I was like, whoa, who's this ice person? And I interpreted the people behind that person as an innocent family who were just, getting on with their day, when suddenly one of them stood up and turned out to be made of ice. Now, probably what it was that the people around the table, if such a scene even existed, were, probably the board of the evil company, and they'd made a robot. The robot was like, yes, I am addressing you as a robot because I'm a robot and you must be threatened, Wonder Woman, by my robotiness, or something like that. But, so with these misapprehensions in my mind, where I thought that someone had been revealed to have a secret identity as being made of ice, it gradually was revealed over the course of the episode that some people were robots. And I don't know if this is the case, but I thought it was. My interpretation of it, and I was in the dream haze of being like 1 year old when I saw this. I could barely comprehend anything I was seeing, let alone, correctly surmise what the plot is. I thought that the story of the episode is that some people are robots, and what robots are is that one day someone will just turn out to be one, and what will happen then is that when revealed, and once their disguise is lost, they will melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. And I don't even think that's what happens to the robots in the episode. I think what happened was Wonder Woman was fighting some robots who, again,
They pointed out in the chat that when you did fire dance before, you were healing the baddies.
Thank you. Right, I won't do that anymore then. Cheers.
Continue.
Okay, so instead, guess I'll do this one. Don't think I have any more. I do fire dance all the time because it's the only one that attacks all the enemies at once.
Right.
But I guess I won't do that anymore. I'd love to see this episode again to find out what on earth it was that I was actually watching. If it ever shows up on YouTube, we'll sync it up and we'll watch it together or something. And I'll do a stream of me watching it. We'll sync it up. But
we should do something like that.
Yeah.
Over the quarantine, watch something all together.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun.
But I know that there was a fight sequence, and I can remember this relatively clearly, where the bad guys were robots, and Wonder Woman just like punched one or something. But its response, like the actor's way of showing that they'd been defeated, was to the actor really hammed it. The extra really hammed it up, being a robot being killed. So what they did was they slumped to the floor, but like this. They let their shoulders roll like that, like a few times left and right, like They probably what it was they went like like that and fell. But I interpreted it as being like, oh no, my shape is changing, I'm melting. So I thought that was so now to surmise, a robot is you're just living your life with people, and then one of them stands up, removes their face, although you never see that, it's just that now their face is different. Their face is now made up of angles and ice and stuff, which it'll have been a silver robot-y mask, maybe. I don't know why I thought it was made of ice. But I've got quite a clear memory of this angular-faced guy. And then you have to fight them, because they're bad now. They're holding you prisoner now, because robots are bad. And when you get them, they melt. And also, I said, why did he do that? When he slumped to the ground. Why did he do that? And the answer that came from my presumably quite confused mum was, well, robots need a battery to work. So she was probably trying to explain that she'd turned it off, like she'd deactivated the robot. Now, can I do fire dance on these? Let's see.
I can't remember if my first exposure to robots was short circuit or batteries not included.
That was green, so I'd better field them. No, it can't have been batteries not included. We would have known what robots were by then, surely.
Maybe. But I think that the idea that it's something not coming with a battery.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Would have. I watched that a lot as a little kid.
Yeah. I tell you what. No. Because what your first exposure to robots would have been like C-3PO.
I suppose.
Because your older brother being a Star Wars guy.
Yeah. Guess it would have been droids.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely watched Droids, but I think that was when I was sort of, you know, compos mentis and stuff in school and stuff, rather than when I was just like my brain cells were making their first formations. I don't know why I remember this. It was just because it was such a strange, exciting idea, I think. It was just something, there was so many otherworldly points to that, you know? It was like, everyone's normal. Now someone's a robot. That's bad. You're their prisoner now. But if you take their battery out, they'll just slump into a heap on the floor with no shape in them anymore. I'd love to watch that episode. It won't be anything like that. It'll just be that there's some robots, and she fights them. It'll be something really boring.
Remember when we were watching the Sylvester McCoy Doctor Who's, and we got to an episode where it ended with... Oh, it might have been something of Fenris? I can't remember.
There is a something of Fenris.
And there were these two girls that got turned into monsters. And at
Oh,
the end,
yeah,
they died really weirdly.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah,
They like went in the sea or something. Or was that when they got turned? That was when they got turned into monsters.
Yeah. But I remember seeing that on, I don't know, like a clip on Blue Peter or something along those lines, and it was them dying because they were talking about the effects. And I was very, very little when I saw that, and it really disturbed me.
Right.
Because I think their heads melt or something.
What?
Yeah. And so when that came up when we were doing the watch of the Toy Who's, I was like, yeah, it's that bit that haunted me as a child. Hooray!
I love that.
I was so
Isn't it
excited
great to
find
watch
it.
stuff that haunted you as a kid?
Yeah.
Da da da.
Yeah, Curse of Fenric.
Curse of Fenric. And how did they die in it?
I can't remember.
Hey, JT Singh, haven't seen you in a while. Wait a minute.
Hello,
Have I been
Singh.
saying JT Singh this whole time, but it's a 5? Is it supposed to be JT5 ing? Or is it Singh and the 5 is a...
Oh, Maya says
wacky
Curse of
S.
Fenric. They retconned that to be some Lovecraft bollocks in the books in the 90s.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Ugh. Like everything.
Telebugs. Yeah, that's a contender for first exposure to robots, yeah. I have a bomb. Turning deep inside, together we can make a big fat poo. Lyrics by probably collaboration age 5. I do not claim to be the... Do I claim to be the author of I Have a Bum? I mean, obviously not, because it was just I Have a Heart from Telebugs, but... I think...
Well, you were very excited when you found the video of the chair thing the other day. Weren't you?
Very excited. Yeah, I found a video of Helping Henry. This was a early TV memory. Oh, actually, it isn't, because it turns out it was as late as 1988, which I realise is quite a while ago. But that's after I already had a VCR. At which point I just recorded anything I was interested in, and my memories became a lot more solid. But no, there was this thing, Helping Henry, which was Jeremy Hardy playing a dining chair, who's come to Earth because he's an alien. Something. But I knew the theme tune very well. Henry, I'm helping Henry, and I'm telling Henry everything I know. Henry, I'm helping Henry, but we still have a long, long way to go. And it turned out, and I haven't heard that since 1988, but it turned out to be quite precisely how it goes. So that's on YouTube now, Helping Henry.
JT says JT Singh would be correct, yes.
Lovely.
But also just JT is fine too.
I mean,
Max says the Virgin books aren't canon, it's fine. About Doctor Who.
yeah, but how did they die? What happened to their heads?
I don't remember. There was some
No,
sort
I'm
of-
asking the chat.
Oh right. Just remember melting and gross.
Yeah.
Max waits for the Lungbarrow fanboys to descend upon me yelling about looms.
I kept trying to read Lungbarrow, but I couldn't get into it, so I
Remind me
burned
what
every copy of it that I owned. I didn't own any copies of it.
Remind me what it is.
It's a rare Doctor Who book that you
Right.
can't get, and
Okay.
but the BBC randomly like put it up on their website in a readable format. But it wasn't. It was just like, you know, dark blue text on black background. You have to click every 5 letters. And I couldn't read it.
Maya says it's for smelly. Oh, I fundamentally reject canon as a premise. It's for smelly boys who rape wikis.
What, you mean Chris?
Oh, Chris.
He's a smelly boy who writes wikis.
Chris is one of the exceptions.
He might not be a smelly boy. I didn't really give him a smell.
I did give him a lot of hugs. There were a lot of hugs that weekend.
Oh, I can't be very smelly then. Otherwise I'd have been like, not hugging him.
Man, that weekend was real good.
Yeah, it was.
TF Nation was ace. I hope it still gets to happen.
Yeah. I'm kind of annoyed that we sort of opted not to do it because we were having a bad day.
Hey, I was having a bad few months.
You were having a very bad day.
Now I have context of like, oh, no, it turns out that wasn't that bad really.
Well, it was.
It
was just avoidable.
Yeah. No, I'm going to try. Yeah, McFeely does give a good hug. If you don't know who McFeely is, you should listen to Dave's podcast with him.
Yeah, Sonic the Comic, the podcast.
New episode was out today.
It was. I tell you what though, never mind Chris. Any hugs that Chris does pales in comparison to Mr. Jack Lawrence.
Oh.
Who can, he can break your body clean in half with a hug.
Yeah, but you still feel happy.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for the hug. Blesses you. With a full body hug.
Yeah. Giving out the chance.
I'll keep my fingers crossed that will still go ahead this year.
Well, we can't go, can we?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not all booked up.
Really?
I can give it a go. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'd love to go again.
It'd be nice to. It'd be nice to carry on like stuff will be starting to set back up over the summer. You know? Oh my, it's a good one.
I'm probably going to have to ask somebody to tell me what to do. Because I've been walking up and down the same few pixels of screen for a very long time now.
Help him! Siege is trying to work it out.
Oh, Geralt's dead. Thanks, Siege.
I didn't even think about what you're doing right now. I just thought you were through a bit with lots of fighting.
No, I'm on one screen going up C and down Z.
Siege says they're looking at a map right now. It is a bit of a winding path.
Oh, bum, bum, bum. Geralt's a zombie.
I'm glad I've got some Gundams for you. Now I do not regret having a big stack setting up for ages. But
yeah.
Otherwise I would just be staring at screens all this time.
I would say that probably last TF Nation is really when you set yourself up with a lot of Gundams.
The stack, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my friend came back from Japan and oh, I should give everyone a shout. I haven't had a chance to catch up with everyone yet this week. I've been concentrating on keeping in touch with my mum and dad really, and my brother's family. But we should check in with the others who are close by and make sure they're all alright. Siege says, regardless, there is one place left for Roll Bros Team to go right now, which is down those stairs and then right and up.
Okay. Oh, I've forgotten what to give someone with a skull and crossbones.
Is this E2?
Well, that's no good. There we go. Oh yeah, Revivify, yeah, that's it. What do I take to get magic back? Tonic, probably. No. Elixir, probably. Yes, but tincture. Yeah, I got loads of those. Okay. So now, skills, magic, cure, ding dang ding, dong ding dong, ding 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 ding, dong.
Bish bosh.
And save. Okay, so down these stairs, and then to the right. Whoa! This game! La 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 la. I'm determined not to rage quit this time. Da 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 da. There are some people who think this is good. They're like, oh, I love it. I like to be ambushed. It's great. I love it. I don't like to get across the screen. It's great. I love it. I don't like exploring or feeling like I can do anything ever in it. Da 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 da. Oh, I should have done a suplex. I've not done a suplex in a while. What's just one? Dispatch. It's quite good. Oh.
Okay, new ones I need
And then right.
I don't know if you've seen Dave playing games much before.
Yeah.
This is what it's like.
Yeah, you see, I've been up here, and then it's just a dead end.
Right and up.
Rah.
Siege says switch to Roller's team.
Oh yeah, forgot to do that.
Cook, you might want to watch the on Dave's YouTube the collection of us playing Undertale, which was an epic.
You will find that if you do a Google. It's on. I've got a different channel for game uploads, and it is. Wait a minute. Let me. It is called Bulma Boops Buttons. If you Google Bulma Boops Buttons Undertale, you will find me and Abby doing a full playthrough of Undertale. It is one of the loveliest gaming times we've ever had. It's where a lot of these people met each other and came together.
Yeah, that's kind of like where it all started.
Yeah, it's where we built our little Discord community, and it was just really lovely.
It was so nice.
Somebody's a zombie. Somebody's a zombie. Can we find out who?
Siege says, this is good actually. It was not clear what the two buttons here do. Now I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Undertale is going to have a special place in my heart for a long time.
Yeah. And
it's,
it will anyone who's played it. It's really good. But especially for us, because it made there be all nice people in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm this guy. And
Siege says, Dave. Dave, no, you were in the right place.
What? I thought I had to switch to the other people. Okay. Oh, but I have to leave those people there. Okay, I'll go and do that now.
Roll Bro was in the right place.
Okay.
Says Siege. This is why sometimes I like to be the one controlling the game. I mean,
hey, feel free.
Not this one. This is yours. This is your baby.
All right. No, it isn't.
I'm enjoying it. But like when we're more actively doing a stream together, I like to take control because I'm like, I'm going to rush through.
And I like you to take control because I don't like playing games, really, I guess.
That's not true.
Oh no, don't fire dance them.
I remember like we'd been going through Undertale for ages, and mainly I was just enjoying watching you when we were doing voices together and stuff. But then you had to rush off during like the penultimate boss.
Oh.
And you just went, Abby, take the controller, and I just went, ah! And I did all right, apparently, secretly, but it was kind of terrifying. Dave likes to thoroughly explore, and I'm a bit more of a rusher, so I sometimes miss things that he would have spotted.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can't stand that.
I know.
Makes me mad. But you did it. Mind you, you got it right in Mass Effect. Do you remember we had that one friend who, like, their whole party died because he just was not good at playing the game properly?
I did not want to miss anything in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Siege says Rollo needs to head downstairs and then along the bridge to his right, or the right.
Rollo needs to head downstairs and then along the bridge to the right.
Oh, Maya.
And this is not Rollo, yeah? This is Rollo, right? Yes. So needs to head downstairs, then along the bridge to the right. Sorry, Abby, you may talk to Maya.
Playing Deltarune was really nice because
that's it.
We had a really fun time doing that.
Yeah. Boingy doingy boingy.
Okay.
Ooh.
PC7 goes there. See, this is my equivalent of Jigsaw's, I'd say.
We'll have one, and this is Abby's.
Yeah, putting the robot together.
What's your equivalent to a jigsaw? Jigsaw puzzle, I ought to specify. I remember being very confused at school when the woodwork teacher started going on about the jigsaw. And it turns out a jigsaw puzzle is called that because you make it using a jigsaw. Ooby dooby dooby doo. Must be a button around here somewhere for other chap to press. Oh. Thought I'd done that. Sounded really annoyed then, but I wasn't. Just came out that way. Is there a button Hey, wait a minute. Esper. Let's see what they do. I've got an Esper here. Right, nobody do anything. I want to see the Esper. Watch this, Abby. I'm doing a summons.
Okay.
Here he comes. Geralt's like... Come on. Here we go. Summons. Bish.
Woo!
Whoa, they're still alive. Flipping heck. Go away, ladies. I started building my original steam train Lego project last night.
Nice.
Rolbro was in the right place. Oh, there it is.
I have got a little pointy toe.
Well done. You're supposed to be building a Gundam, not filing your toes down. Thanks, Siege. Oh no, it's Bert. Back attack.
Bothers McBitey says hello. Hello.
Hello, Bothers.
I hope the big Gundam table is there again this year at TF Nation. That'll be fun. Mickey says there's a series called oh, I don't know how to say it.
Wasgid.
Yeah. Where the pictures are not what's on the box, but what the people in the picture on the box are looking at.
Well, what are they looking at?
Maya says, I've seen those. I assume they're for detectives and or psychopaths.
So, what?
So you have to work out what the picture is.
Yeah, but okay, wait. Let's just step back even another step than that. What are we talking about? Is it
a kind of puzzle, I guess?
Oh, what, like jigsaw puzzles, and you have to figure out what the pictures of using clues. Clues in use.
Yeah, jigsaws.
What? So it's what the people on the box are looking at. Well, so if you turn the box to face something, does it change what the puzzle's of? Don't need that, but I shall avail myself of it anyway. Oh, silly. See, that button doesn't usually do anything, so I'm normally safe getting it wrong. Yes, go on. Right, it's getting late, so I'm going to be stopping this soon, but not until I've done the stuff that constitutes this puzzle, because otherwise I'll be so confused. I'm trying to do the puzzle, leave me alone. The problem with the random fights is that I don't have the memory capacity to still know what I was doing before the fight by the end of the fight.
This is true.
So the picture on the front of the box is of a person going like this, and you don't know what the puzzle's of. How do you know if you've already got that one? Weird. Dum dum dum.
I still think I'm not going to get Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because again, like for me, I'm finding it quite sweet and lovely watching other people play it and get excited about it and share all the stuff they're making. Like, did you see that Kate, as in Widdershin's Kate, had made Kiryu's costume from Yakuza in it? And I retweeted it, and then Bitsucket were all over it. And that's awesome, and I love seeing that. But I think if I got it, I'd end up playing it for a very short amount of time, and then dropping it, and I'd feel really bad.
That's it, same.
I'd feel bad because then I'd have abandoned this island of little animals.
Yeah.
And I'd feel guilty forever. Like I feel guilty about that Nintendogs game I've got.
Wow, you still feel guilty about Nintendogs?
On my 3DS that I played for a few weeks.
Well, it wouldn't have even been 3DS, would it? Wouldn't it have been DS?
Yeah, it was probably DS. And I stopped playing it, and then I felt really bad because the digital dog was not being taken for walks.
Wow.
And I thought if I ever started playing it again,
Did the
I would
Digidogs die?
I would find out that the Digidog would have run away or been taken away by the RSPCA or something.
Nintendo RSPCA.
I'm not very good with digital friends. I mean, I couldn't even do renegade choices in Mass Effect, so I hated the idea of upsetting any of my alien friends.
Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince. There's another early life robot we would have been exposed to.
I don't know that one.
Get off. Yeah, you do. Come on.
I've got no idea what that is.
You must have seen Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince at some point in your life.
Nope. Book book. So many Nintendogs left alone. All those digital rooms trashed. I know. And then Maya said, I'm the same, Abby. I wanted a Tamagotchi as a kid, but I knew it was too big a commitment and I'd be inconsolable if it popped its little digital clogs. Yep. I just can't. I can't do it. It's because I want to be a friend with a robot that I just apply way too many emotions to little robot-y things, including video game NPCs. Just do it.
So Benji was, in real life, a dog. A real dog that was a very well-trained dog that was used in stuff.
Okay, I vaguely remember that.
A little bit like that.
Remember a Benji.
A little bit like that terrible dog that Mr. Biffo wrote a film about. You know that one?
No. Oh!
Right.
Oh! Bertie!
What?
Bertie Bassett. No?
No. Oh, yeah, no. That was, I know what you mean. No, that
I was
was...
thinking of that sketch.
Neither was that
Daily
Benji,
Island.
nor was that Mr. Biffo. That was...
No, sorry.
You know, what's his name? Used to have normal hair, now he's got foofy hair. What?
Well, firstly, Siege said back along the stones. But Maya said, Dave could be like, does anyone remember Swimble? And I'd immediately accept there was something in the 80s called Swimble I'd somehow not heard of.
Do you not remember Swimble? Swimble, remember Swimble.
So Siege said, back along those stones and then up on the right. No, back along those stones, darn it.
Okay.
And then Mickey said, no, Dave. So, I think you could... Look at those two dinosaurs! Blah, 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 blah.
It depends what we mean by back. That's
Well,
open to a lot of
whatever
interpretation.
you just did, they're all saying no.
Yeah, okay.
See if you're not grumpy. It's really funny. You tell him. That room back there is where you have to go.
Benji was a real dog, right? And Benji was its name-o. And it was a performing dog that was... Oh! Look at this, Abby.
Oh no.
There.
Ooh.
And so, real-life dog, Benji, in stuff. Don't know what Benji was in, probably adverts, don't know. But then, it was, I think there was even films that Benji was in. Benji films. But then, they came up with a TV vehicle for Benji called Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince. And that was about Benji. Okay, so I've gone back across the rocks. And then...
Up there on the right?
up here. Oh. Hey.
Siege does say this cave seems uniquely frustrating.
It's a Dave cave.
It's a Dave cave. The cave for Dave?
These fellas here. They got dumb faces. The alien prince was just a boy, just a human boy, who came out of a UFO or something. And then Zax was a sort of flying robot thing. And like, when you see it, either you'll go, oh, that, or you'll go, well, I've never seen that, but it is quintessentially exactly the sort of thing I would expect there to be a TV program of at the turn of the 80s. Employing a robot. It's that sort of robot. We'll have to watch some Benji, Zax, and Alien Prince, won't we?
Really?
It's about a dog and a flying robot. You're gonna love it.
Siege says switch back to Rolo and go left.
Okay. I hate these. Right. What shall I do? See if this one does anything. Fighty, fight, fight, fight. Fighty, 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 fight. Nope. Fight, 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 fight.
Maya says, so it was just Michelangelo but a dog.
I won't go that far.
How dare you besmirch Michelangelo?
Well, because if anything was Michelangelo, but that's Mork and Mindy, isn't it? although it's the other way around.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what it even was. I can't remember at all. They probably just had Adventure's Mantra. Whoa, what does that do? Oh, they all... Oh, cool. They all got 1982 powers. I've got 1982 powers. Ba, 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 ba. I use them to describe Benji's acts in The Alien Prince. Okay, so I turn into this and then do what again, was it? Where do I go?
Siege had said switch back to roller and go left.
Well prompted, sir. My tale provokes that question. Okay.
Maya says, did Angelo regenerate, or did I imagine that? Well, Dave can
Angelo
tell
did
you.
regenerate, and we mentioned that on Sonic the Podcast recently, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think it's one of
Or did I just go on and on about it on Twitter? I think I cut it out. I better cut it out of the podcast. Oh, I know. Yeah, it was when in STC, it was a couple of issues ago, Robotnik regenerates. So we talk about regenerations and how my first regeneration technically was Doctor Who. Excuse me, but the one that I really cared about, that really hit me like, wow, was Michelangelo. Tyler Butterworth into...
Yeah, Mickey says it was on STCTV. Siege said, oh no, press that button back there.
Oh. Ignore this, not coronavirus. I've just talked into my microphone and ate food, and it's got me all gummed up. Okay, button.
By the way, Pook Pook, I hope your friend is feeling okay. The one you said had started feeling a bit poorly. I hope he feels better soon.
How do I get that treasure chest? How do I get that treasure chest? Well, I have to start from down there. Ooh! Ooh!
These are some Robotnik-y oohs.
They make me feel Robotnik-y. I need more blitz moves that affect multiple things at once. Or do anything. Right, I'm going to have to wait for the 7. Dong. Ah! Stop poisoning Geralt all the time, please. Quadra Slice.
Pook Pook says he's doing fine. He's in super isolation mode.
Yeah.
Aww.
Same.
Yeah. Sucks.
Sucks.
But also it's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If we had a house, or indeed just a flat, that had like 2 more rooms, there'd be nothing wrong.
Yeah. But also, it's not so bad.
No, it's fine.
We may only have a tiny, tiny balcony, but we have a balcony.
That's true.
We can...
One of the many things that we don't talk about publicly on streams that Abby keeps saying.
I'm sorry.
Because I don't want us to be identifiable.
I know.
You could troll through Google Maps and go, what's whatever he said before, 5 minutes away from Chiltern and has a tiny balcony.
I think he's a bit paranoid.
Yeah. Have you seen what happens to the people who aren't?
I suppose. Maybe right.
Actually, it's not so bad now. I used to be extra careful because we said publicly where you worked.
Oh yeah. That's changed now.
And that I don't like Gamergate. But that's changed now, yeah.
Oh.
No, I still don't like Gamergate.
I still miss it though.
Yeah.
Obviously, I am super happy with all the new stuff I'm doing, and I was at the shop a long time.
Shopper.
But it's.
Forgot what I'm doing.
It's my family.
Yeah.
It will be forever. I love that lot. Maybe it's the wine, but I'm getting a bit emotional. Siege said clockwise along the stones.
Yeah, thanks. Bingy boingy doingy boingy, and up here, presumably. don't think I like this cave very much.
Oh, Siege says anti-clockwise. I got it wrong.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, we got it equally wrong in that case. Oh, I don't like this team. Well, not this one particularly, but the one that isn't my previous team. Hopefully I get them back. Yeah, press. Back we go! How many steps will it allow me to get? Boing, 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 boing.
Is there no
boing,
item that you can use to
boing, boing.
reduce battles or something?
There is, and I'm using it. Oh no, I'm not. I bet one of the other people in the other party have got it.
I was thinking of Pokemon and. I know, Pook. I, you know, fingers crossed everything that you guys are open again soon and safe.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. Like, I don't mind you guys being closed for the moment because you're safe.
Yeah.
But I hope it all comes back and is rad.
Oh no, I pressed it! I can only hope now that it actually did it. I'm so used to doing fire dance that I just automatically did it and healed them all. Except every other time I do it, it says incorrect blitz input, even though it isn't.
Siege says, I think there's only one. Someone has it equipped.
Everybody smack into the sea flower. It is a flower from the sea.
And it goes back.
It did go flat.
Split.
Have I gone the right way around now or not? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Oh. This must be it. Ah! So difficult to keep my bearings. Yes, I completely agree with you, Maya.
Book says, yep, safety first.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll be back in full force once we can be. Yes!
Yeah.
Maya said, when Dave heals the monsters, they should become friendly like Undertale and leave you for
Exactly, they
be
should.
for being a good sport. Yes!
Yep.
And then Pook says, I miss all the games! I know.
Book Book is from Abby's old comic shop, if you hadn't
Yeah.
figured that out yet, because otherwise all
Book Book
this
is
conversation
amazing.
would be nonsense.
Well, I hope, Pook, once you moved, I hope that you get to set up your pooter and that it works and that you can get lost in a bit of the old lovely zoo. I might do a bit of that soon. Lovely zoo game.
Oh, the lovely zoo, yeah!
Lovely zoo.
You could play the lovely little zoo game. Play the zoo game. It's the weekend. Might as well play the zoo game.
Yeah. Maya, when I finally get to the shop, I'm going to go to ham. Oh, yes. Maya, I'm going to introduce you to Pook Pook. Go in, we'll have... We'll go for a nice coffee.
Yeah.
We'll hang out with the lovely people.
Oh, Graham's a zombie. I must remember that. Come on! It's time for bed, and I need to just get through whatever this is. Reviv. Ploff. There. Goodness me. Oh, I can't even see what they do.
Maya said, why is Dave turned into pub? What did I miss?
Right. Does that let me out? No. Does that let me out? No. Does this let me out? No, it just puts rocks there, but in a way that doesn't inconvenience anybody or convene.
Siege says, I think you have to be roller here. I don't know. Maybe next time we should get more of the Discord in the chat.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that anyway.
Yeah. Siege says you can go up those stairs, Dave.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, let's do it now. Everybody plug your microphones in.
Yeah!
Get on the Discord.
Yeah, the giant heads are weird.
Abby, get your headphones because... oh no, don't. That's silly. It won't work. Ba-dum. Bumsy. Now, can I set up a new...
Brother says, is this about to become a lot more chaotic? Oh, Siege says they can't. Need a new microphone cable, it'd just be buzzing.
Oh, that is annoying.
Pook's on her phone. Can't do both.
Alright, well, whatever. Anyone who is around. I'm just going to go in the voice chat. Just the normal voice chat in the... Wait, why have we got two things called voice chat? One of which isn't a voice chat, but is called voice chat. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. But if I go in... what audio chat shall I do? Event/stream chat. Okay, I'm in the event/stream chat now. And if you go in there, in the Discord... You will be on this stream, and everybody will hear your voice. So, join me there, please. Although, oh wait, it won't work, will it? Because you won't hear me in the Discord, because my microphone is currently locked to OBS.
Maya's got their
Can I change that?
Gamer headset ready.
Bumsy. Bumsy.
Have we got the link to the Discord that we can give to Pook?
The link to the Discord.
And then Pook
The
can
link
get
to
to
the
know
Discord.
all these lovelies.
So if I turn down the snares a little bit. Where is the snares? There it is. Okay, I've now turned down the snares. I can see that Maya is in the stream with me, but I'm not hearing any sound. I'm just going to make sure I've got my mic all set up properly. Yep. Bop. Okay, yeah, no, Discord can't find my microphone.
Can you hear me if I say bumsy?
Yes, I can hear you. The only problem is there'll be a delay, so we can't talk, and it'll be ridiculous. That's a shame. We used to do this, and it was fine. But now times have changed.
Siege says, for when this is all set up, left and stairs.
Left.
Stairs.
Stairs. So, anyway, the situation as it is right now is that me, Dave, and me do stream. The situation is that me and Maya basically can't talk to each other, but Maya can at any time choose to say stuff on this stream, and it won't necessarily, like, sync up. And I won't be able to reply in real time because there'll be a delay. I'll hear Maya at the correct time. Maya will not hear me at the correct time, but a little bit later on the stream. And there's just nothing I can do about that. But there you go, Maya, that's your power now. You can interject anytime you want, as long as you don't mind it there being a bit of a delay. Okay, now one of my people is weird.
Weird?
I've gone mad with power.
Oh, you need more hips. Look at them, 834. They don't lie. Let's go bonkers. Yeah, totally nuts. There we go. What am I supposed to be doing at the moment? Again?
Maya said left stairs.
Which one? Is that a Rollo or a Roll Bro thing? Because I can go left and up these stairs.
Rollo.
I just can't remember who I am. I'm Rollo. Okay. I can't remember who I am.
Maya says, if I stop watching the stream, will I be able to hear you in the Discord in real time?
No, that's the problem. That's
Yeah.
what. If the world was sensible, that's exactly what we would do. Because, and it's what we've done before. I was doing it just the other day. I don't know why it's not working now. But right now, Discord is going like, oh no, or I can't tell you, I can't detect your microphone because you've got another program using it.
Ugh.
Wait a minute, what if I switch off Discord and switch Discord back on again? That might do it. Let's find out. Of course, it might remove the microphone from OBS. So that might be worse in that regard, but let's see.
Let's just go with the chaos, Dave.
Do we do what?
Let's just go with the chaos.
Yeah. Twiddly-doo. Twiddly-doo. Right. So there I am. And...
I have a chorus of Daves.
Oh, so you can hear me on Discord now?
Yeah, I've muted the stream and I can hear you.
You're gonna have
clearly
to.
on Discord.
Perfect. Now we can discuss.
Hooray!
Okay, Pook Pook, gonna get you a link to the... It's on Discord though, you have to go on Discord. Have you got Discord? How do you get a Discord? Ah, there. That's how.
This is gonna be like the weirdest D&D game ever. A monster attacks you in a minute.
Yeah, eventually.
Roll for initiative when you've got a mo.
Now I'm going to have to try and figure out how WhatsApp works. Because I've got Pook on WhatsApp. Oh, I've got Wibble Farm on WhatsApp. Do you remember Wibble Farm?
Oh, we should do that again.
That's a real farm, and it's called Wibble Farm, and you can go and live there for money. And that's what we did for a week.
Let's do that.
A number of years ago, and while we were there, I wrote the script for Gumbo issue 1.
Yeah. And we got into my favourite murder for the first time.
Pook, I am... Oh, no, I'm not.
Did you do Bulmer's bookshelf from Wibble Farm?
Yes.
I remember.
Yes, I did.
A lovely room with a bench.
That's exactly correct. Pook, I am now sending you a link on WhatsApp to our Discord. And if you have the means, then in that Discord, you're going to want to go down the little sub-channels, and you're going to want to see social, and you're going to see, it says event/stream chat, and me and Maya are there, and you're going to want to click that, and then you can join in.
Spanky says, what's going on here? Siege says, we're playing Nightmare. Spanky says, what is Nightmare?
Nice one, Pook.
Siege says, it's me telling Dave where to go in the game, which he is ceaselessly confused by.
Okay, Pook, so now go in it,
Woohoo!
follow the link, and then look in the channels on the left and look for social, and in that, event stream chat, and it's where me, or Demon Tomato Dave, and Maya are. And you want to click on event stream chat, and then you'll be able to talk to us. Okay.
I just realised, I was like, how is Abby still in the call even though she's not there on Discord? It's like, oh wait, Abby's in
I'm
the same
over
room as
here.
Dave.
Yeah. She's on, although it's more complicated even than that, because Abby is sitting, she's nowhere near my mic. She's somewhere near my mic, but she's sitting some paces to my left, as per NHS instructions, and she has her own microphone, which is plugged into a mixer box, which you're hearing us through, both on the stream and in Discord. Oh.
Spanky's saying, "Go left, Dave."
Go left.
Life is peaceful there. I bet it's not. But it sucks. And
Oh, I
bet
got
it's
another ribbon. Oh,
random
ribbons are good.
battles.
I'm going to put that on somebody right away. Who gets a ribbon? Dunno. Forget it. So, where else can I go? Up here, I guess. Aw.
I don't want my sort of presence in the chat to just constantly be talking about why I like Dragon Quest 11.
Oh, is that the one that you said? Are you the person who said, and was that the one that you said is good on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
Dr. Fruitbat, you enjoy being in bed. That sounds very cozy.
Because I was the other day I was sitting there going like, what was that thing that was something 11 I was supposed to remember that's on the Switch? I couldn't really just search for 11.
But yeah, one reason it's good in Dragon Quest 11 is your like armor and clothes are completely different stats.
What?
So
is that good?
You know, like sometimes in games you get kit and it's like mechanically good, but it's ugly as hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not an issue in Dragon Quest 11.
Oh.
You can equip armor and then equip like an appearance.
So often I would go with what looked cool in Dark Souls rather than what actually was any good.
Yeah, and do you remember how when towards the end of The Witcher, like right at the end when I was doing the last DLC, I could not change my clothes ever again because I had a really cool blue robe that I was wearing everywhere.
Stinky Geralt.
Yeah.
Never changing his clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's in character for Geralt, I think.
I'm stinky.
Stinky. I'll have a bath now and then, but I'll be stinky after the bath.
Yeah, he had one bath and it turned into a meme.
Yeah. And now he's had 2 baths and that's it. We know exactly how many baths he's ever had because they're a meme. He's had 2.
Every time, this is like relevant to Abby. Every time I build a Gundam, I always get to the point where I've got like head, torso, arms, and I always think I really want to get that.
I thought you said, and I always stink. By that point, I always stink, and that's how I know it's time for a bath.
That's not inaccurate. But every time I get to that point, I always think I should get the Geralt amiibo just for the little bathtub, and I can put him in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the robot having a little bath.
Well, now, yeah, it's not an amiibo. It's.
Did I say?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you should. That's what we've done. We've got that. And what was that weird thing you did with it? Like you put Link in the bath or something?
I put Sonic in the bath.
A Link to the bath. That's right, you did.
Everyone was very upset with me because it meant that Sonic had little
human toes. Yeah.
And that was before the design was revealed for the movie.
It was
the original one.
I bet you tweeted it, and I bet they saw and went, "Yes, that."
Siege has posted a third picture of Geralt having a bath.
A third?
Yeah.
A third? Oh wait, it seems to be.
It's when you did.
A link to something I tweeted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So in fact, Geralt has had 3 baths on the record.
Man. Why isn't Geralt in Smash?
I love that because it's like previously on Demon Tomato Day.
Yeah. And it's mostly me that needs to be reminded.
Yes.
Oh.
I think that's normal though, because I'm sure I remember like seeing an interview with Terry Pratchett where he says that like people who read Discworld know more about Discworld than he does.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Abby, just to draw your attention to it,
Yes.
Andy has private tweeted us some good pigs.
Ooh, piggies.
Abby, did I show you my Knuckles? Well, I've just realised I gave him Knuckles. I drew a Knuckles and I was very pleased with it.
Did you? How recently did you draw this Knuckles?
I think sometime whenever the last time I drew. It's like last week. But
I haven't seen it.
hang on, I'll tweet it at Abby. But yeah, because the point I was making was, like, why did we, as a generation, allow Sega to tell us that Knuckles was red when he's like, very obviously pink?
He's pink.
He's pink.
Now, let me just address something. I can see Pook Pook and Spanky in the chat, but I can't hear either of them. Oh!
It's because I haven't said
Oh!
anything, Dave.
Oh, I can! Oh, I can hear you. Hello, everybody.
But I was just about to pipe up because you said, is he pink or is he red? As a colorblind person, I can tell you he's brown and all of you are wrong.
Well,
wow, so like Sonic for you must just be like hyper realistic.
Yeah. It's like he is regular echidna color as far as Spanky is concerned.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that's for. We're in the same place now, and we can both go and stand on these, and it'll be a two people stand on button trick.
No, Siege. Video games are bad. They're all bad.
Yeah. Oh, we're
have my
unploppable.
privileges revoked.
He got there. Well done,
But I will
Siege.
speak the truth.
So, everybody watching,
Hi, JT.
this is Spanky. He's from the Discord, and this is Pook, who's from Abby's old shop.
Yeah.
Hello.
Awesome.
Pook is an actual IRL person we know from Manchester.
Yes. And she's had quite a butts few weeks and stuff.
Yeah,
so
everybody be nice to Pook.
let's all just be like, yeah, Pook.
But, theoretically, it's all about to start to be good, except for the coronavirus, for Pook.
Damn you, Corona.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. It will be great.
The most annoying thing is that for the last, like...
You go to your microphone. You're all quiet over there.
I wanted to speak into camera.
Oh, she can be seen. Yes, there you are. I forgot about the camera.
For the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks, I've had my Sharona stuck in my
I
head.
know.
And it is making me sick. I'm fed up with it. I'm so tired of this bloody song. Ugh.
Well, then, in that case, I think that because of that, we ought to try and cure the coronavirus.
Yes.
See, my assumption would have been that it would have been impossible to get anything stuck in your head living with Dave, because my perception of Dave is always singing something.
Right. Not only is that completely accurate, but the thing that I'm always singing specifically is do you remember this? That is it's the music from Bomberman, which I've had in my head not since Bomberman, but like since I don't know, about maybe 10 years ago or something, when I just randomly listened to it on YouTube or something. Oh, there's that bloke I was wondering where he was from before. The grey-haired chap was just a bit glumbo, and he was in a box. He was just hanging around in a treasure chest or something. You're all safe. Behold, a legendary relic that can restore life. Oh, that looks like magicite. Correct. Legend has it that ages ago, the Phoenix was turned to stone. And many legends are based on facts. This has some major cracks in it, though, I fear. It may have lost its power over time. Oh, he looks sad. I wasn't able to save Rachel. I've lost all sense of purpose. Then? What's Spanky?
I was gonna say something, but I realized that it's not my stream, it's yours, so I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then I'll go on.
Alright, Spanky, I will tell you when this cutscene is finished, and then you can do it.
I'm watching it, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you'll have a little delay. My life will have no meaning until I can right this terrible wrong. Will you come with us? Only as far as Kolingen. It's really difficult to tell who's speaking in this. Not O. Okay, we may be between cutscenes now. Nope. The village of Kolingen. Oh, this room again. Okay. He sees a lady on a bed. He produces the magicite.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yep. And it has no effect on the lady. If only the magicite didn't bear those deep cracks. I think you've been wasting your time, young man. Oh. 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 It's gone up to the flowers. Whoa! Oh, that's the full Dragon Age logo. Wow! The magicite's gonna shatter! I wonder whether voir was like a translation situation. Is that something that the translator made up? Or is that an explicitly anime thing that is like written into the...
I think it's UA.
UA, is it? What do you mean?
UA is a very anime thing.
Well, yeah, but it definitely... it starts with a V though, right? Glombo. Rachel. Dragon Age. Glombo, I've dreamed of seeing you. I wanted to hear your voice. Rachel. The Phoenix has given me so little time. I have to leave again soon. Well, that's a rubbish Phoenix then. But I have something I must tell you. Okay. Glombo? Yeah? With you, I was so happy. In the instant that the accident occurred, I thought only of you and about the joy you brought me. Thank you, Glombo. I'll never forget you. Ta-ra! Rachel! I have to go now. I'll always love you. You must now cast off the anguish you've been harboring inside for so long. Today, I set your heart free. You must learn to love yourself again and regain your self-respect. Phoenix, be reborn again and give your power to Glombo. Rachel. Whoa. She disintegrated. She dissolved. And now she's made the bed very sparkly. And I think I've got to get in the sparkly bed? No, the sparkles are coming towards... No, further away from me now. And now they're just doing stuff. They're just doing all different stuff. No predicting what's going on with the sparkles.
This is the tie-in for X-Men 3, actually.
Yeah. And also... the Phoenix and the Carpet.
What?
That's another book by the... is it E. Nesbitt who wrote the Samiad? 5 children in it.
You know I'm from Missouri, right?
Return of the Samiad and the Phoenix and the Carpet. Glombo! Thanks, I'm okay. I feel lighter than air. From here on, I'll be alright. Let's go. We have work to do. Bum 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 dibby dib dib bum dum dum flubba dum dum. And then we fade out. They then walk out of the building. What's up? Oh, he's away. Spanky, are you remembering the thing you were supposed to say a minute ago?
No.
Ugh. And then somebody exclaims, X potion. Phoenix down. X ether. Elixir. Flame shield. Valiant knife. I'm just listing names of stuff from the game. The treasures of the Phoenix Cave. Right, let's move out. We have an appointment with Kefka. What are you on about?
I remember, Dave.
Yeah? Okay, now is the perfect time.
New York Post had an article or a headline.
Yep.
Weird Al Yankovic. This is more for Abby because I'm sure. It will
Well, then you're going to have to wait until Abby comes back.
All right.
Hang on a moment. I shall make sure she knows she's supposed to come back.
You've got about 3 minutes before my memory fails me, but I've got the tab open, so I'll probably
keep
remember.
it. Cling on to it. Those beautiful days will never return. Oh, where am I going? Into a flashback sequence. Remember when there used to be birds and children and blue flowers and not a mummy running around? Remember those days? Now there's a mummy running around and brown flowers, no birds, no kids. And those beautiful days are never... Oh, look, here they are again, demonstrably. Remember these days that will never return?
That's not a mummy, that's a Tuscan Raider.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't mean to be culturally insensitive to Tuscan Raiders.
Well, if you wanted to be insensitive, you would have called them sand people.
Well, and I didn't, and I pointedly didn't. But I
So I think you got
up.
like a B+ on this.
Yeah. I'm going back to Nash. There's that frozen Esper. With you guys along, we'll be able to wake that thing up. Wheeze and poos sloshing round in my shoes. No, I don't. I don't need a rest. I've got magic powers and that, and I overheard your conversation. I too still have faith in this world. Hope. We must never give up hope. Oh, that's nice. Everyone's all hopeful. Actually... Oh, look how many billions of gilly pounds I've got. I've got a billy gilly pounds. I am going to sleep. Because then, you know, they'll just sort out anything that might be ailing me that I can't be bothered to look up or figure out. You know, like, out of all the money that I've got, what's 200 gilly pounds? It's almost the equivalent of if I was a billionaire Kardashian and I gave just $1 million to help with the coronavirus. Ah, here's Abby.
Hello.
Go for it, Spanky. With your words, begin.
Abby, the New York Post had an article. Weird Al Yankovic confirms won't make coronavirus parody of My Sharon.
There you go.
Thank goodness.
There you go.
Well,
so you don't have to worry about
he's
that.
He's too cool a dude for that.
Now, Siege, as I've just noticed, broken terrible news, which is that I actually do have another thing I have to do in that cave.
Oh no.
But I don't know if I'm able to at this stage, because I've now turned into... Oh, it's a U! Oh, I see! That's why you were saying it's ooah. It's not voir. It's a U. Right. Got it. Okay. So what do I do now to make it that I can go back to that cave and do the thing? Because I'm this pair at the moment. Ugh, look at them! Fighty. Moose. I'm going to fight a moose. Now, that's clearly meant to be mucus. Isn't it? And they was that an accident or a deliberate?
Or moose, maybe, says Siege.
No, yeah, could be. Oh? Okay, coding in. Dum dum da da dum dum. Okay, so I go on the airship. There, I'm on it. Now what do I do next?
That is a tiny airship.
Isn't it? I've got a tiny airship.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's like 1,200 scale airship. Up. Press the button again, didn't I?
So are you at the end of the game, or is it... I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so I don't know.
I don't know either. And, well, it would be an exaggeration to say I've never played a Final Fantasy game, but I've never played one to this extent. I've never got this far into one. Siege says, cave is just south of center. Oh, yeah. So I just go there in the airship. Right. Center of what? Of the whole map, or of this island? It's the cave that's in the middle of a big mountain range, right? Dum dum da da dum 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 dum. There it is. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this a lot, and then I got annoyed with it and stopped playing it for ages. And then Siege Feathers took my save file and basically just leveled up all my characters so that it would be possible to play it ever again.
Right. I see.
How do I land?
Dave, you can't land on non-landable land.
Oh.
So if it's not landable, you won't get like the try to go down and oh no, can't do that animation like you get in some games. It's just like no, can't do it.
Gotta be landable.
See, I like being in the voice chat because usually I'm yelling at you things.
Yeah.
So I type them.
It's
So
less,
I type
yeah.
them, but
And I just don't
read them.
notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much less frustrating this way, isn't it?
For me, yes. For the rest of the people in chat, probably.
A minute ago, when I went, how do I land? What does that remind me of? Who talks like that? Oh, what should I... where should I land? Da-ba-da-da-da. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm thinking of that thing I found recently that's like, oh, what was it? It's like, teach me to do some magic. I think you definitely can. No, why not teach me to drive? I really think you can. Diddly up da da ba da ba da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Diddly up da da ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba
I
da.
mean, I'm lost here. I don't know what that is.
No, it was like a Noddy record.
Oh, right.
Do you remember I found an old Noddy record that had the
God.
brilliant song on it?
Vaguely.
Skiddly up ba 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 da ba da ba da da ba da ba da ba da da da. Diddly up da da ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Dum 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 dum. I'm going to get that Noddy, that nasty little nodding man. I want him to teach me to drive. I really think that he can. Skiddly up ba 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 da ba da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Diddly up da da ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Dum 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 dum. It's a really good song, that's why.
One of Adrian Edmonton's lesser known roles.
I'm gonna split into two parties, and I'm gonna play Final Fantasy. Honestly, it was like that.
When you were going, who's that voice? I thought it was one of the Muppets from Farscape. The little one.
Oh, have I got to do all this again? Have I got to press all these buttons? Siege. Do I?
Help you.
Do-
I have this game.
Oh,
I have
you,
it in
oh,
my
really?
hands.
Really? Does that? Yeah, but does that help?
Yeah.
Like you just holding the cartridge, because that might not help.
Cartridge. Yep, got the cartridge. It's in my hands.
That might not help.
You just hold
I
it.
can read you. I can.
See,
read
says
I
you have
can
to do
read
it again!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is Yoshi's Island. This is not gonna help.
It was gonna help you.
Help me.
Yeah, because you
Do
can just
you-
play Yoshi's Island instead
Did you
of have
save
to.
it, maybe? Did you do a save?
Well, I did do a save, but then I've done loads of stuff.
Oh,
You
Dave.
got like the X potion and stuff.
How about we do this another day? Because it's now 11 o'clock and it's like been about an hour since I've been going. Maybe I should call this a day. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll call it a day. I'll do this fight and then I'll save it because then I'll be slightly less annoyed next time, and we'll do the cave again. But this time,
See, you has the map saved for ready for next time.
But this time, we'll have the chat open right from the
Yeah,
off because
yeah.
it's much better.
It's very fun.
Excellent.
In fact, we can even start the chat before I start the stream,
Yeah.
so that I can do
that
all
way
my...
we can figure out who's cool and who's a square and colorful.
and drive them out of the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do
Hey,
that.
that's
at the
my
moment.
country's move. You can't just hijack that. We're trying to keep the Canadians out now.
I wish that was how it worked, though. It's based on who's cool and who's a square.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be allowed anyway, Dave.
I know. Well, those of us who are a square would have our own country, and it would be the best
Wait a
country.
minute. Do you guys know why it's called why you call someone a square?
Okay, let me think.
No.
No, I don't.
Because if you're a square, you don't hang out and you're never around.
Is that really it?
Is
No,
that
it's
really
not.
it?
Yeah, so if you're never around, you're a square.
That
No.
sounds like
Oh my
some
word.
stupid
No.
1950s hipster bullshit.
Is that what it is? Or did you just think of
no
that?
Idea. Oh, Dave.
Spanky!
See, says it's the 4-year anniversary next Tuesday.
Yeah, you are.
I was fully into that. Oh man.
Okay, how do
I'll tell you this. That joke was told to me by someone who was born in the 50s.
It sounds like it was.
Yeah,
That's-
I can totally see.
That's-
some, I can see some beatnik coming up with that and feeling very pleased with
Yeah.
myself.
That's why I was able to believe that it might be true, because it's like it's gone through originally being a joke and out to where it might just be the case.
Feel like every time a beatnik talks, he has to like press play on his Walkman, and there's like a so you just gotta get like a man. Let me tell you, square on that because they never around. Just like that.
Except they didn't have Walkmans in the 50s, so they
No.
could have turning the crank on a gramophone.
Yeah.
Even better.
Oh my word! It's the 4-year anniversary next Tuesday of all this. Of like the Discord and me doing streams and all of that. Wow. Well, no,
We
just
should
of the
have-
Discord, but specifically of the
have a-
Discord.
A cool night then.
We're gonna have a cool night.
No, wait. The Discord was because people wanted to talk about Undertale, right?
Yeah.
And not spoil in the chat.
Yeah.
Was Undertale the first thing you streamed, or what I'm getting at was this or Undertale the first stream you did?
No, I think it was Undertale was the first one. Well, no, it was the first one that anyone cared about. I think I'd streamed things before. I don't know why everyone suddenly came to watch Undertale and like formed
Because
a community.
Because like watching Undertale being played by new people was always really nice.
Yeah.
And I think a bunch of our friends, like our mate Kate, was like, "I've got to watch you guys play Undertale,"
That's right.
and a whole other load of people, and it was just awesome. And
Yeah.
cool. And we had
Well,
a good time.
Anyway, yeah, by the way, Pook Pook, hang out in this Discord. It's a nice one. Everyone here is really nice.
I will. Hi.
Right, so there we go. I'm going to now go away, and we will have, well, we'll definitely have another one of these on Tuesday night, and I will have, the chat will be open. We'll see how many of the cherries we can get in there. 4-year anniversary, flip. That's not to say that there won't be any streams of anything between now and then. Although, there might not be. Let me see. Oh no, I'm not recording a Sonic at the weekend. I'm recording one on Monday. So...
Maybe we should finally tackle Sonic Forces on some point.
Alright, this weekend, everyone, Sonic Forces.
Is that when you're doing the thingy with Ben from Port Center, or is that a different time?
Oh, that's a
that's-
point. That's Sunday. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, right, Sunday night on my YouTube channel, and we haven't sorted all of this out yet, so really it's about time I got around to a bit more of the sorting that outness. It's gonna be me and Ben Padden from Port Center stroke Filmjoy, and the Doctor Who thing he does that I can't remember the name of now. Is it something Rassilon, or is that another Doctor Who
The
thing?
Game of Rassilon.
The Game of Rassilon. Yeah, Ben is a good chap you're going to like, and you're going to like him on Sunday night when he and I are going to be doing something called Serial Ports, which we took a very long time to come up with a name for. The concept is that it would be, but not nearly as long as me and Chris did to come up with the name Sonic the Comic the Podcast. I am not joking. It took us months of trying to figure out a name. We were all like, what clever pun can we do? Because we thought Sonic the Comic the Podcast would already be taken. It just wasn't. Anyway, so me and Ben, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be shushing this up. Shush up. In fact, no, that's an artificial shushing up. I'm going to do a full shushing up by turning it off. Have I saved? I'll save again just to make sure. And off. Right, there we go. Hello, I'm bigger now. I've grown up in the time since
Me too.
last we met. And I'm going to say this. What was I going to say? Yeah, so me and Ben, what we're doing is this. It's a cultural exchange thing. Now, Ben, also British, but he lives in America, and a lot of his audience are American, so he's going to represent America. And I'm going to represent Britain. And what we're going to do is we're going to play video games based on kids' TV of our respective countries. So we shall be starting with a game based on a kids' TV thing for Americans, and then we're going to be playing a game based on a kids' TV thing from Britain. And the interesting difference that you'll find there is that all of the games that are based on American stuff is stuff like DuckTales on the NES and stuff. It's like, still relatively popular and familiar game formats. But all of the tie-in kids' TV stuff in Britain is all really old, weird, janky computer things like ZX Spectrum games and stuff, and they're all really creepy and all like borderline frightening. So that's going to be an interesting cultural exchange. And just wait until you see what the very first... We wanted to find... What's the first thing we can use? What's the first British kids' TV thing? Because we already knew there's a wide range of American ones to choose from. We've picked one, or Ben's picked one, I think, and that's going to be played. But we were trying to find the best British kids' TV tie-in game, and we needed something that would have that edge of like, oh, weird. Oh, British kids' TV is weird. But that wouldn't be too alienating. We needed something that wasn't going to be just like a Spectrum game where you can barely even make out what the graphics are supposed to be. We needed something that was... We thought the Americans might have just peripherally heard of the thing. So
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, you may well indeed. So we didn't want it to be something incredibly obscure, like, Gilbert's Fridge, for example. We're not playing the game of that. But we... Never watched Gilbert's Fridge? Oh, it used to be on after Benji Zax and the Alien Prince. And
on before Swimble.
Well remembered. So we have picked something that we think ticks all these boxes. It's not on the Spectrum. It's a little bit nicer to look at than that, but it's of a decidedly weird British kids' TV artifact, and it is something that I think Americans will have gathered that there was the existence of without necessarily knowing much about or being particularly familiar with it. I think so. It's not, for instance, it's not Thomas the Tank Engine, because you guys know about Thomas the Tank Engine. We toyed with that idea. It's not that. Find out what it is on Sunday. In the UK, it'll be 5 p.m. In various American places, it'll be different times. And to find that out, you'll have to scroll up in the Discord.
That's how they announce it on the news in America.
Yeah. So
honestly, that is kind of how they announce
it. Oh, here we go. It is on at... Okay, it's 9 a.m. Pst and 12 p.m. Est.
No, you got that wrong. You got that wrong. We are not in standard time. We're in daylight time, so it's pdit and edit.
Oh, no. Okay. So, but it is still 9 and 12, yeah?
Yes.
So it's 9 a.m. pdit and 12 p.m. edit and 5 p.m. Yes. Well, it says bust, but we'll have changed our clocks. Like, oh, no, we won't. No, we'll be changing our clocks just after it. So that's still probably fine.
But I'm pretty sure it's always called Greenwich Mean Time, right? Like, even if you're in daylight time?
No, because we have...
BST now.
Yeah, British summertime. I don't know when that happened.
Yeah.
I thought we used to call it Greenwich Mean Time, but maybe that was just because I found out what Greenwich Mean Time is when it was Greenwich Mean Time. But then, where's Greenwich?
I mean, London?
Probably.
We'll always still be GMT. It's just sometimes it'll, like, the clocks will go forward and back. Our landmass isn't big enough for different time zones and different daylight saving times to be a factor.
Yeah. So why do we also have British summertime?
I don't think that's like a time zone. That's just like that's more a kind of like period of the year.
Well, yeah, but
that's like we have daylight. We could call it daylight savings.
Yeah.
Or standard.
British
but
summertime.
we just put it on our acronym.
Oh, I see. I know what you're saying. Yeah. So I'm.
British summertime's for your calendar.
Yeah,
BST's for your clock.
Yeah, we're drawing from two different pools of points of reference, as it were. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so
we also have UTC, which is Coordinated Universal Time, which is not the order of the letters. Go figure that one out.
I thought that was that mince that you don't have to put in the fridge.
So YouTube.com/Demon Tomato Dave. I don't even know if that URL works anymore. It used to. But you want to go to my Demon Tomato Dave channel, subscribe to it and hit the bell, because that's how you'll be alerted to this ahead of time, or be on the Discord, or follow me on Twitter, and you will be announced on Sunday evening, 5 p.m. or 9 or 12, depending where you are in the world. There is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to like Ben a lot. And in the meantime, do go on YouTube. Do this now. Okay, listen, as I speak now, open a new tab right now and do a bit of Googling. You are going to want to look up Ports Center. That is, I believe, one word and the American spelling, T-E-R at the end. Ports, not sports. Ports Center by Ben Padden.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, and you're going to find on that channel a lot of videos about... Well, it's not going to be interesting when I say it. You're going to think, that doesn't sound interesting, so I'll say it and then I'll explain why it's interesting. About ports, about video game ports. Here's why it's interesting. Because Ben is just really interesting, and he's turned this topic of like here's one particular thing. Some games are ported to other systems, and he uses that as the jumping off point to like compare weird versions of the same game. So like, you know, Street Fighter 2, that came out on a load of systems. What's weird? What are the weirdest things you can find about the different versions of those games? One of my favorites is the one where he goes over that whole thing where there's this one Mickey Mouse game that, depending on what country you're in, is a whole different host of different games, sequels, and spin-offs. Yeah. Ghostbusters and Garfield and stuff like that. He did a video about that. He did one about how there's 2 separate releases of the same Ninja Turtles game on the Amiga, made by 2 completely different teams in completely different ways, even though ostensibly it's the same game. Stuff like that. It's one of the more interesting video game-based YouTube things there is. Go and have a look at it. Ports Center by Ben Padden. And Dr. Fruitbat says, I watched the Aladdin one. It was really interesting. Yeah.
I owe Ben my life, because I watched the Ports Center he did about the... You know, they did Super Mario All-Stars, and then they did the one that was Super Mario All-Stars
and Mario World, yeah.
I'd never heard of that, and I didn't know that it had a much better Luigi sprite.
Yes, it does have a much better Luigi sprite.
I hunted down a ROM of that because I wanted to play that, like, Mario World with that Luigi.
And I, in turn...
spits the fireballs.
That was the one I had, so I didn't realise that wasn't, like, the Mario World sprite. And I've been quite alarmed by every port of Mario World since that doesn't acknowledge it. Yeah. Dr. Fruitbat says, please tell me there's a Banana Man game somewhere. Oh, I bet there is. And Siege says, Keith Harris and Orville for the SNES. And honestly, for a bit there, I was like, oh, is there an Orville game for the SNES? And no, of course there isn't. That's a joke.
It's a joke. Like saying there's like a Grange Hill roguelike.
And on that note, I just irised out. There we go. That's it. I just irised out, and that's the end of that. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I can't really iris out.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.